Welcome to Jesuit football on Nash Icon 106.1 FM with live video on the World Wide Web at CrescentCitySports.com. Blue Jays football is presented by Jesuit High School, the school that will change your life. Located at 4133 Bank Street in New Orleans for the greater glory of God. Now let's head live to Tad Gormley Stadium for the pregame show and call of the game with Cumulus New Orleans Sports Director Ken Trahan, also of CrescentCitySports.com, along with former Jesuit head coach Wade Kaiser, class of 1978, and admissions co-director Terry Urson, class of 1993.
From historic Tad Gormley Stadium, it's the Division I quarterfinals as this evening a pair of familiar foes hook up once more. The Jesuit Blue Jays and the John Curtis Christian Patriots, the 2nd seed and the 7th seed. Forget about the numbers. A pleasant good evening to you, Ken Trahan, joined by the coaches, Wade Kaiser and Terry Urson. VK Jones will be along as well in just a bit. Glad to have you with us at CrescentCitySports.com and at 106.1 FM Nash Icon. Beautiful night for football and a beautiful game that we should have here tonight, Terry. When you talk about two teams that know each other well, two teams that competed well with each other earlier this year, this has the makings of, I guess, for lack of a better description in basketball parlance, a jump ball game.
Yeah, definitely a jump ball game. You could definitely call it that. I mean, these two teams, they know each other, played each other, and every time that Jesuit and Curtis get together, it's going to be very hard fought. It's going to be a slobber knocker, for lack of a better term. I mean, again, you got legendary coach and JT Curtis, and they're ready to respond for what Jesuit's going to give them. I guarantee you they're going to come all guns blazing. We're going to see how good their best shot is. The Jays are going to see that because I know John Curtis is going to be ready, and I know that Coach Manally's got the Jays ready.
Wade Kaiser, great to have you with us. And, of course, every time I look at the numbers, I'm still blown away by JT Curtis. 53 years, 603 wins, 88.3 win percentage, 26 state championships, 27 if you count one that they took away from them. All the Hall of Fames imaginable. I don't think we have time to go over them all. Got them on my list there, but it's crazy, and he's still doing it at a high level.
Well, I was talking to him before the game down on the field, guys, and I said, Coach, congratulations again. And I said, but I know it just isn't about the number. It's about these guys right here. And he said, Wade, you were in it 30-some-odd years, and he said, if it wasn't for those guys that I have coaching those guys right out there, I would have never gotten to that number. And he knows that. And if you've been in this game, Terry, you understand how important those guys are that coach those young men that you deal with every day. And, of course, JT gives all the gratitude to those guys.
No doubt. And, of course, when you ponder what he's done, Louisiana College Sports Hall of Fame, National High School Federation Hall of Fame, Greater New Orleans Sports Hall of Fame, Louisiana High School Hall of Fame and counting, second winningest coach in United States history. God willing, he'll surpass John McKissick in the next couple of years and finds time to run the school, to coach the football team, talk to parents all day, and pastor Coliseum Baptist Church, which, of course, his father created over the years. Other than that, he's got nothing to do.
Right. I said, well, I again, in the conversation with him down on the field, he says, I said, how you feeling? How you doing? He said, I'll be great in 2 hours, and then I got to move on to something else.
There you go.
That was his words. And
I love it.
He has a huge itinerary.
And conversely, Ryan Manally, he's at a shorter price point. Who hasn't? 53 years. Ryan, at 9 years at De La Salle, was sensational. Took a program with 22 kids and made it a team that made the state championship 3 out of 4 years. And at Jesuit, he's done a remarkable job in his first year.
Yeah.
Jesuit was 5-5 last year. They were competitive, but this year the record says unbeaten. They lost one on the field, but Terry, he's just done a remarkable job. And it's been not the easiest of situations because you know this, you coached. He inherited quite a few coaches, so there's that mesh that has to take place. It looks like it's worked beautifully.
Absolutely. It has worked beautifully. And one of the things, again, we're stacked to have Ryan and what he brings. Again, he came in, it changed the culture. It's not that things need to be bad. You hear about changing the culture, but what he did with this culture is he leveled it up, right? He got the kids bought in very early into what they were doing, into what he was trying to get accomplished. Got them working hard in the spring, got them working hard all summer, and really they bought in. And once the kids bought in, I mean, it didn't take long to see the result of that, right? And again, this season has been has been phenomenal. We want to continue tonight. Coach Manali knows that it's going to take more than 17 points to beat this team tonight. And I think, when you look at this game and you look at everything here, there's a lot of storylines here, a lot of exciting storylines. Two great defenses, two really strong, powerful offenses, and then you got two MVPs.
Two terrific quarterbacks in this game.
Oh, absolutely. And this is an offensive, the league MVP on offense versus the league MVP in defense. And, with Jack LaRiviere at quarterback, and of course Javon Stoudemire Davis, at safety, and for Curtis, and number 4. Jesuit's going to have their hands full with number 4, both offensively and defensively.
Yep, and the key to really containing Curtis is containing Buddy Taylor. Wade, You've seen him a bunch of times. He's most dangerous when he breaks contain.
Well, we'll talk about it tonight probably ad nauseum. Everybody's going to hear about making sure you're taking care of as a defense. What are your reads and playing with your eyes, making sure you're taking first threats and making sure that you're where you're supposed to be, when you're supposed to be, how you're supposed to be as a defense for Jesuit tonight. And it's tough. If you give a crease to Buddy Taylor's off and gone. All right. He's, all of a sudden you'll look up and he's running around in your secondary, and that's what makes him a special Veer quarterback.
It's the Jesuit Blue Jays and the John Curtis Christian Patriots. We'll take a timeout. When we return, we'll have the national anthem, our prayer, and of course the start of tonight's game. We'll hear from VK Jones as well. Glad you're with us as you are watching and listening to Jesuit football on 106.1 FM Nash Icon and at CrescentCitySports.com.
Hey everybody, this is Jason Aldean.
This is Carrie Underwood.
Back to back. Live in Las Vegas.
Now that's big.
You and your 3 besties. Jet set to Send City. You'll get hotel to crash in, tickets to see Jason Aldean, and you'll see Carrie Underwood the next night. Plus, Jason will stop by your hospitality suite and play a few songs before the show. Listen weekdays for the national keyword for your chance to win. Prizes provided by Broken Bow Records.
You want to know what makes me LeBron? Sleep. That's right. Sleep is my superpower. And Calm, the #1 app for sleep, is essential to activating that power. From the sound of rain falling on leaves to bedtime sleep stories, Calm puts me to sleep within minutes, which means I wake up ready for any challenge. Because greatness lies on the other side of sleep.
For 40% off a Calm premium subscription, go to calm.com/LJ. That's calm.com/LJ.
Dell Technologies' biggest business sale of the year has arrived.
And Terry Erson. VK Jones will be along in a moment here at Chad Gormley Stadium. Division I quarterfinals getting set to take place. Colors are being presented as we speak. We will have the playing of our national anthem, Jesuit School Marching Band. Something of that nature.
Wow, there you go.
Yeah, I mean, I look at the Jesuit history. I mean, look, Brown was the winningest coach. That guy Kaiser was right there after that, right? So, what's that? Pretty good, dude. Not too shabby.
Well, a lot of help. A lot of help.
I hear you, buddy. We pause now for the playing of our national anthem. Jesuit Marching Band, outstanding crowd on hand. Blue Jays and the Patriots ready to go. VK Jones, the fourth member of our broadcast team, down on the sideline. VK, good evening. Good to have you with us this evening.
Playing for the 11th time in the history. They met each other 2014 in the Division I state championship. Jesuit with a 17-14 victory, but then John Curtis winning 8 straight in the series until it ended this season in a 17-13 victory, what I covered on Crescent City Sports over at Hall-Smith Stadium. It was a very good one and a very good rematch tonight. We know JT Curtis usually does well in the rematches. Ryan Manali could be the second coach to take out JT Curtis twice in one season. We thought he was undefeated. No, he lost twice to Rummel in 2015 against head coach Jay Roth. So it should be a good one tonight, and let's see if the Blue Jays can get the sweep. Back to you, Ken.
All right, very good perspective there, VK. Thank you. We look forward to hearing from you throughout the course of the night. John Curtis won the toss. They elected to take the football. That's kind of bucking the trend these days.
Right.
We don't see that a whole lot. So Aiden Corbello will be set to kick it off, and the Patriots always have dangerous return men, and certainly LeBranch, Pat LeBranch is one of those for John Curtis. We'll see him back there. By the way, throughout the course of this game, Ken Corbello has it teed up at the 40. Jesuit defending the north end zone, and Corbello puts his foot into it. It's a pooch kick. It's going to bounce at the 35, and it's going to go out of bounds, so that will give Curtis good field position, clearly not wanting to kick the ball deep. So the Patriot offense, Buddy Taylor, the quarterback, Pat LeBranch, the running back. We'll see a bunch of those. Carl Wilson, Michael Turner, and Tyler Mitchell on the outside. The tight ends, Justin Brooks will be one of those, most notably. Up front, Richard Newby, Aiden Laborde, Caleb Schecksnyder, Christian Thibodeau, and Brandon Dang. Blue Jay defense has done a great job all season long, giving up just 13 points maximum in any game. Buddy Taylor leads his team to the line of scrimmage, split back veer with the split backs behind him on first down. Runs the hard dive left. It's going to go for short yardage. Does that look like LeBranch, who's going to get out to the 38-yard line for a gain of about 3 yards, but that's what they like to do, trudge it out 3-4 yards at a time. LaBranch gets 3. It's 2nd and 7.
It's like Novocaine, Kenny. They're going to run it until it just gets numb, and then all of a sudden they're running in your secondary. So we'll see a lot of that tonight. Inside veer, bend back, little outside veer, and then they'll pull it out and pitch it on the edge.
It's the 5-man front, 2nd and 8, wide side, left side of the field. Taylor's rolling that way. Taylor stopping, Taylor looking, Taylor throwing, sideline incomplete. Good coverage on the play by the Blue Jays as the pass was intended for Turner, and the coverage for Jesuit applied very nicely by Nick Jacobs. It's going to be 3rd down and 7 yards to go, Terry.
Yeah, it's a great job by Nick Jacobs. He's done a great job this season. I would say that, you know, if they come out and I'm not sure that they'll sit there and try to test Nick, although he's playing to the field right now. You know, definitely look for Curtis try to strike with something big very early.
3rd and 7 of the 38. Curtis with twin receivers to the left. Now they put a man in motion. Left Turner run the option play that way. The pitch trying to get wide of the 35. Cut back of the 40. He's short of a 1st down. And the Blue Jays have held as they run the outside veer for the first time. And the ball carrier was Marlon Prout. He's tackled at about the 40. It will be 4th down and 5.
Yeah, it was a great job by Nick Jacobs pulling that up right there and really setting the edge against that lead speed option. It was a good job.
Came off the stalk block very nicely, came up and made a great tackle.
And Curtis trying to operate quickly. Officials, Baton Rouge crew, are going to signal a timeout. Jesuit, I believe they weren't ready, as Curtis lined up very quickly and may have caught the Blue Jays. So Jesuit has to spend a timeout with 10:58 to play in the first quarter. And a no-score game. We'll keep it right here at the moment. And, of course, the punter for John Curtis has done an outstanding job this year. Tucker Tevapaw, 17 punts. He averages 41 yards a punt, which is remarkable at this level. And he's had 7 down inside the 20-yard line. They had kicking issues a year ago. Really hurt them. And they fixed that for the most part this year.
Well, I know Johnny Curtis is running the special teams right now, and you can see they changed up their punt. So you're going to see several different formations for their punt.
Nick Foley to receive it. Low snap, fielded cleanly. Plenty of time to boot it. End over end kick. Foley will come up and field it at the 27. No fair catch. He's going to be hit and drop.
Nice tackle. Curtis punt coverage.
Blue Jays get a 3 and out, and they go on offense with Jack quarterback. Gerard Duplessis running back on the outside. Jace Larson, Jason Thompson, Jack Lowe, Matthew Reeder up front. Garrett Kelly, Jack Gasquet, David Mejia. We'll see Hollis McDaniel, Chance Whitfield. Of course, Josh Baralt and Roland Wagaspack, the other offensive lineman, wide side, left side of the field for the Blue Jays on 1st and 10 of the 25-yard line. LaRiviere the snap. He's going to run a quarterback draw. Trudges ahead hard for about 6 or 7 yards. LaRiviere just lowered his shoulder, drove it straight ahead, and picks up about 7 yards. A good start for the Blue Jays.
Absolutely. And I think you're going to see a steady dose of Jack LaRiviere. The Jays last time, they had a lot of success running the quarterback counter there. You saw the quarterback lead draw. So, yeah, I think Jack's ready to play this game. We're going to see a lot of him.
2nd down and 3 yards to go. Jonathan Roos over the football. Man in motion left. Going to run it with Duplessis inside. Makes a nice cut. Gets a 1st down across the 35. He's out to the 39-yard line. Jerron Duplessis, nice one-cut run for 7 yards, 1st down.
He makes one cut, jump cut, gets vertical. The block, though, was by the right guard right there. Cut up on the linebacker. He made a nice block on the Curtis linebacker to spring him.
Yeah, that was a great block by Jack Gasquet.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Just under 10 minutes to play in the first quarter. No score from Chad Gormley Stadium. Trip set right for the Blue Jays. Single left. LaRiviere the snap. Fakes it. Wants to throw it. Has a lot of time. Can't find anyone. Finally throws it and just throws it away. Incomplete. Good coverage all around by Curtis defensively. Threw it in the vicinity of Duplessis.
Smart play by LaRiviere. Nothing there. Tell you what, just before the snap, Curtis had a disadvantage. They only had 2 guys out on 3. I don't know if you saw that, Terry. So there was an issue right there with alignments. Last second, a linebacker cheats out, so the formation gets somebody out of the box. Look for them to come back later with the same formation and run something inside their inside zone or some sort of quarterback counter later.
2nd and 10 of the 39-yard line. LaRiviere shotgun, trip set right. Motion tight end, left side, slots there. LaRiviere the snap, quarterback draw again. This time Curtis has it defended, but he'll still fight forward and pick up 3 yards or so. Did that on his own as Curtis had it defended well. Pick up of 3. It will be 3rd and 7 at the 42.
And you can see the Jays are showing a lot of different formations. So again, they're coming out, they're using different personnel groupings. They're not necessarily moving fast, which I know you're going to see that a little bit later. But again, you see on balance, loading on that Jack the Jays connection's been there.
At the 49, going to run it with Duplessis inside, makes a cut, puts his shoulder down and drives to the 45 of John Curtis. A nice pickup of 6 yards to make it 2nd and 4.
And I like what Coach Manali's doing. Again, you see a lot of rotation, see a lot of different formations, a lot of different personnel groupings. He'll do it with his linemen as well, and they're moving the chains.
2nd and 4 at the 45 of Curtis. LaRiviere shotgun takes the snap, gives to Duplessis. As a whole, he's got a 1st down and more as he dives across the 40. He's down to about the 35-yard line. Pickup of about 10 yards and another 1st down Blue Jays, and they want to go quickly.
At the point of attack, Hollis McDaniel was the guy that sprang the running back right there. Great block.
Quick snap, give it to Duplessis straight ahead this time. A short gain perhaps of 2 to the 33 to make it 2nd and 8. There's the quick offense, Terry.
Yeah, there's a quick offense. And again, so now they gave him some different formations, different personnel groups. Now here comes a quick offense. Here they're slowing it down just a little bit. Now, but again, here we go. New personnel group. And we'll see again, Curtis is not making any adjustments right now. Curtis is not responding. They're not changing any personnel themselves. They're just staying with 4 hands down up front, and they're playing a pretty vanilla cover 3 look here or cover 1 look. You got a single high safety. The corner's playing off.
2nd and 8 at the 33. Running back slotted next to LaRiviere, man in motion, left. LaRiviere looks left. Now he's going to throw a throwback screen. It's caught by Duplessis. Got a block. He's at the 30. Duplessis tackled at about the 27-yard line. It's a good-looking play. Good play by the Curtis defender to prevent a big play.
Double read screen. He takes one look to his left to see if the defender was out there with the back that was in motion. The defender went with him. The numbers weren't there. He comes back the other way to his right and throws the dump screen back to his right for a nice pickup. And now he's in really 3rd and manageable, which is every offensive coordinator's dream.
Yeah, it's 3rd and 3. Big down. Could be 2 down territory. Depends on what they do here, which makes me believe they might run it twice. 3rd and 3 at the 28. 6:53 and counting first quarter. No score. Here's LaRiviere in shotgun. Double slot ahead of him. Probably run the quarterback here. They will. He's going to be fighting close to the 1st down, but he looks to be a half yard short. And that would definitely make it a go-for situation if he is short at about the 25, which is where he needed to get.
Got a flag at about the 25-yard line right
which
there.
Which is not good for Jesuit, obviously.
No, it isn't. It's right in the area of where you're going to probably get a holding call.
No doubt, first penalty of the game hurts the Blue Jays. Will take them out of field goal range as well.
Yeah, and that's the one thing that we talked about with Coach Manali is the Jays can't hurt themselves, right? So at the end of the day, they focused on this bye week and everything of really dotting I's and crossing T's and making sure that these things don't stall drives. These things don't kill drives as penalties seem to do sometimes.
Well, it's a 1-yard gain because they marked it off from the 27, then a 10-yard penalty to the 37. So it'll make it 3rd down and 11 yards to go. From the 37-yard line passing situation, LaRiviere the snap wants to throw. He has time, only a 2-man rush. Throws over the middle, it's caught. And that's a 1st down across the 25 and down to about the 24-yard line. Well thrown ball, and the catch for the Blue Jays made by Jason Thompson. 1st down, Jesuit.
Your standard trips route. You got somebody clearing the deep zone. You got somebody running and stretching the wide zone, and then you got a curl hooking up right in there, and that's what LaRiviere hit was a curl route for the 1st down.
And he was sitting wide open.
At the 24-yard line, give to Duplessis. He has a hole, crosses the 20, bangs down to about the 17. Another good play on 1st down of 7 yards for Duplessis.
Yeah, there's a great methodical drive here for the Jays, and again, you see the personnel groups. You don't see a lot of change in personnel for John Curtis right now. So they're just riding out what they have. And right now, the Jays right now just moving the ball.
I like what they're doing. They're attacking those 2A gaps with their inside zone stuff and little counter plays and the ISOs. And they have John Curtis on their heels.
From the 17, 2nd and a short 3. Snap it, direct run right for LaRiviere. Hit hard, but he bounces off the tackle across the 15, close to the first down at about the 14-yard line.
Tell you what, Connor Ogeron right there just lit up LaRiviere. Did you see that?
I did.
Great tackle. I was down on the field before the game telling you, and I walked next to that young man. 6'2", 210 senior, comes in with 54 tackles. I had 55 now.
Look, those two linebackers for Curtis, they're the real deal now. Okay, number 10, Justin Horn, Connor Ogeron, number 15. They fly around.
3-yard gain and a first down Blue Jays at the 14. Motion left, counter play right with Duplessis, and this time short gain as he's hit and dropped at about the 12 for a pickup of 2 yards on the play. First contact for Curtis made by Connor Ogeron.
Well, Connor Ogeron is a solid linebacker. He has nice eyes. He reads well. He gets to where he's got to be, and he can absolutely run you down.
Second and 8 of the 12. LaRiviere gives it off. Different running back inside the 10, fighting to about the 7-yard line with his first carry is Jasper Parker, the outstanding freshman.
Yeah, Jasper Parker, he's a big kid. He's done a great job. And again, I think you're going to see a steady dose of running backs changing in and out.
To the 8-yard line where the Blue Jays play a 3rd and 4, big down here. On the gain of 4 by Parker. Clock down to 4:10 and counting in the first quarter. Melting down quickly with the way this drive has ensued. Here's LaRiviere shotgun. Tight end motions left. The slot in front of the quarterback. Power play coming, and there it is left. He's got room to the corner. He's at the 5. He's at the goal line. He scores. Touchdown, Jesuit. Jack LaRiviere from 8 yards out, and it's 6-0 Blue Jays. Beautifully devised play.
Kenny, Jesuit outflanked Curtis. They didn't adjust to the 2 sniffers that were lined up just on the outside hip of the tight end, and they got the edge. And with LaRiviere's speed, if you don't have somebody out there, Terry, you know this, you don't set that edge on that guy, he's going yard, and he just went yard.
No, your coach, you're 100% correct, and that's the thing that's surprising. You got these unbalanced sets by Jesuit. You have these motions.
Here's Corbello, who kicks it. It's good, so hold that thought. Timeout on the field, 3:55 to play in the first. Here's the kickoff. This time is deep and into the end zone for a touchback, and so Curtis will start at its own 20. 3:55 to play in the first quarter. Jesuit up 7-0. Boy, a coach's dream, right? 16 plays, 75 yards, and 6:54 off the clock.
Absolutely. Are you kidding me? Look, we got with 3:55 left in this quarter right now. It's been all Jesuit, 16-play drive. And again, they just formation them, they're motioning. And right now, Curtis is not adjusting. Jesuit has numerical advantage.
Curtis, second possession. Taylor. Hard dive, not much. Maybe 2. As this time the ball carrier, actually it was Taylor, he kept the ball.
Yeah.
So Taylor kept it and gets just 1 on the quarterback follow, and it's 2nd down and 9.
Yeah, Dennis Doherty comes off the edge right there. They're in a over front. Dennis Doherty has the first threat, and that was Taylor. Does a nice job taking the first threat.
2nd and 9, Taylor wants to throw. A short out, it's caught and then dropped. Incomplete. In the hands of Carl Wilson. He couldn't hold it. Would have been short of a first down, but he simply did not hold on. And it's 3rd and 9.
This is going to be a big 3rd down for both Curtis and Jesuit right now. Jesuit obviously wants to get a stop here and get off the field. And again, you know, right now it's 3:22 on the clock. Start at 3:55.
3rd and 9. from the 21-yard line. Taylor wants to throw. He throws it outside. That's caught by Turner. Trying to beat a tackle. He does beat one, and he scampers up the sideline. Did he step out of bounds? He did, short of the first down. So that's going to necessitate another John Curtis punt. Well, you throw it short of the sticks. You hope your receiver can make someone miss, but just ran out of room there.
Right, was trying to get that one-on-one matchup out there, and he just steps out of bounds. I mean, he had the matchup, just got to watch his feet.
Pevapaw will kick it away. A gain of 5 on that play. Fair catch called for and made by Foley. As Jesuit will get it at about the 35-yard line with 3:07 to play in the first quarter. Now this becomes an important series. Jesuit has a chance to kind of wear down this Curtis defense early after that long first drive and another 3-and-out for the Patriots, Terry.
Yeah, I mean, right now it's going to be interesting to see what adjustments John Curtis made, although they didn't have a lot of time to make those adjustments because they just went 3-and-out. But we'll see what the Jays have next.
From the 35-yard line, coming off of that methodical first drive. LaRiviere, man in motion. That's Reeder. Bouncing off a tackle. Jasper Parker fights his way forward to about the 41. So Parker gets, looks like, to the 40. Give him 5 yards. Good run at 2nd and 5.
Well, I'm telling you right now, they haven't had an answer for the lead blocking of Hollis McDaniel. He's getting up to that second level, and he's cleaning things up. They're walling everything else off at the point of attack, and you're getting a great job off that inside lead zone, getting into the second level.
2nd and 5. Here's Parker. Spins away from one tackler and then goes down at about the 43. A gain of 3. So here's a 3rd down and 2 for the Blue Jays at their own 43.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see, too. I'll say, maybe expect some type of LaRiviere run, maybe a quarterback counter here, quarterback lead. But I think, too, you're going to get, again, you see another package coming on the field here. So you see some linemen. And what Coach Manali likes to do is run certain plays with certain linemen to certain sides. So it's I'm interested to see what the Jays call here.
Well, they've got to get it going pretty quickly here. Play clock's under 10, and they're still looking at the sideline. Took a timeout earlier. Get to the line of scrimmage with 5 on the play clock, with 4, with 3, with 2, with 1. They got it snapped. Fake it, keep it. LaRiviere cuts upfield, gets a first down. Crosses the 45. He picks his way to about the 49. Boy, good read by LaRiviere, and again, good blocking up front. And a gain of 6, first down, Jesuit.
That's pretty much what I expected. Put the ball in LaRiviere's hands, get the first down, and keep moving the chains.
Well, they're bringing in an extra offensive lineman in that particular grouping right there, a kid named Davis. Dondi Davis,
yeah.
Solid offensive lineman as a second fullback.
From the 48, 1st and 10, give it to Parker. Parker with a hole, crosses midfield, and he bangs down about the Curtis 46. At the end of the quarter, we'll be going back to the studio from all the scores from around the state.
They're wearing out that inside zone lead right there. I call it inside zone lead. They're bringing Hollis up on the linebacker, and they've just worn that out so far in the first quarter tonight.
2nd and 4. Snap it. Give it to Parker. Big hole. First down across the 40. He's down to about the 39. Again, the holes are there.
Yeah, same thing, same play. Exactly what Coach just called. And they're just wearing down this front.
Now we're going with tempo here, and that's going to wear them down a little more.
Gain of 7. First down to the 38. Snap it. Parker again. Somebody loses his helmet for Curtis, and Parker maybe picks up a yard on that play. And again, player lost his helmet, so he'll have to come out for a play. This has been the Parker drive here.
Yes, it has. Well, again, and it's they kept that personnel grouping in there. They go up tempo. They have a play. They like it. It continues to work. And again, I'm interested to see. I don't really see too many adjustments with the front for John Curtis right now.
Yeah, Matt Sims stand by. Will be coming to you shortly here. 2nd and 9 at the 37. LaRiviere with the tight end in front of him takes the snap. He'll run the follow play. Across the 35. He's to about the 30-yard line. Picks up about 7 before he's driven straight back and thrown down.
Terry, you're absolutely right. They're sitting in their 4-man front. They're sitting there with 2 inside linebackers, 2 outside linebackers, or strong safeties, and they're just playing a 3-deep coverage. They're not even getting a lot of run support from their free safety.
No, again, that is the question I have is where is the free safety right now?
Jesuit does not have to run a play here if they don't want to. Right. And we're going to go to the studio momentarily for scores, so stand by, Matt. Jesuit breaks the huddle with 8 on the clock in the first quarter. Will they get the playoff? 3rd and 2, could be 4-down territory. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, they snap it. They're going to run LaRiviere right. Tries to look for a cut, and he can't find it, and he spins out of bounds. Close to the marker. Will depend on the mark as the first quarter comes to a close. 7-0 Jesuit. Back to the studio for scores with Matt Sims. Take it away, Matt.
All right, Ken, here we go. 5A. First quarter, East Ascension 14, Zachary nothing. Nothing. Rose Pines. For the non-select.
All right. Thank you, Matt. We're going to get to you in a moment here for select scores. 2nd and 11 at the 29 of Curtis for Jesuit. 11-14 to play in the half. Blue Jays up 7-0. 5-man front for Curtis. Going to run it left with Duplessis. Got a block. He's at the 25. Cut back 20. He's at the 15. He's at the 10. He has a 1st and goal, Jesuit, at the 9-yard line. Jerron Duplessis running left, running well. Excellent blocking. Blue Jays on a roll.
Yeah, and a rare missed tackle by the free safety there. He put his head down, and Jerron just ran right by him. You got to keep your head up. You got to see what you're hitting out there.
Curtis jumps into the 5-man front. Their numbers are inside. What does Jesuit do? They go outside where they have the numbers, and they've got great running room out on the edge.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line for the Blue Jays. Trying to add to that 7-0 lead. LaRiviere shotgun. Motion left. Slotting up front. They're going to run the quarterback. Cuts in. Fighting hard to the 5, to the 4, to the 3 is Jack LaRiviere. Boy, he gets that weight moving forward, lowers the shoulders, and he always gets yards after contact, doesn't he, Terry?
Absolutely. Jack's always falling forward. Again, you look at that. Again, they're going fast here.
They're going fast. Second and goal with the 3-yard line for the Blue Jays. LaRiviere with the power in front of him again. Will keep it. Cuts back inside of the 2 at the 1. Dives for the end zone. He scores. Touchdown, Jesuit. And the Blue Jays lead John Curtis 13-0.
That was all done up front. They're in that double fullback, or what I call a double sniffer set. They've got a fullback and a tight end stacked inside right there in the A-gap. They get the inside kick out on the last man on the line of scrimmage, and they run quarterback power. And that's all done up front. Great blocking by the offensive line of the Jesuit Blue Jays.
We'll go back to Matt right after this as Corbello tries the extra point. Snap it, spot it. The kick is up. The kick is good. 10:23 to play in the half. And it's 14-0 Jesuit over John Curtis. All right, now for select scores, here's Matt Sims. Matt?
All right, Ken, Division I, St. Aug.
All right, appreciate it. You can keep going, Matt, if you're not. We have time. Go ahead if you want to finish them off.
All right, and so we'll move on to Division III scores next. And it is in the first quarter, Newman 7, Episcopal nothing. First quarter, Ascension Episcopal, Lafayette Christian scoreless. Second quarter, St. Charles 6, Dunham nothing. First quarter, Notre Dame 14, St. Thomas Aquinas nothing. And in Division 4, second quarter, Ouachita Christian 14, Ascension Catholic nothing. First quarter, Calvary Baptist 7, Sacred Heart of Ville Platte nothing. And St. Frederick Vermilion Catholic scoreless in the first, as is Country Day in Southern Lab. Back to you, Ken.
All right, thanks for all those scores, Matt. We'll go back to live reports at halftime of all the games around the state and the scoreboard as well with Matt. The kickoff, a pooch kick, was fielded by Curtis, tackled immediately was Turner at about the 27-yard line of the Patriots, which is where Curtis starts here. Boy, the Patriots desperately need to get something done here. 2 3-and-outs thus far, Wade.
They've got to get something done. They've got to move the chains right here. When's the last time we've seen Curtis not get a first down, right, in the first half, right? So they've got to make a statement right now.
Taylor, quick snap. Run the branch left. He's got a hole. 30, 35. He's loose. He's at the 40. He's at the 45. He's at the 50, 45, 40. LeBranch all the way down inside the Jesuit 35-yard line. He's down to about the 30 of the Blue Jays. Big play for Curtis running across the formation and a first down to the Jesuit 30-yard line. That is a gain of 43 yards.
And that was the first time we've seen Curtis in a 2 tight end set. And they just ran back to what was previously the split side.
Quick snap. Keeping it, Taylor fights his way for about 2 and then is driven back once he got to the 28-yard line. So pick up about 2 yards on that play.
Well, when Curtis comes out in a tight end set, it's going to put a little pressure on your front because now you got an extra gap that you're going to have to defend. So Jesuit has to make an adjustment to a 2 tight end set. And what happens now is you're either going to adjust with it with a lineman or you're going to adjust with a linebacker. So any way you look at it, you lose a guy opposite from the other side of the formation.
Quick snap on 2nd and 8, running across the formation right. Tackle from behind is LeBranch at about the 25-yard line. Pursuing him was Christian Jackson.
And John Curtis picking up the pace a little bit. And yeah, Coach, you're absolutely right. I think Jesuit's adjustment there, again, was to bring the corner up at about 5 yards outside. And then that safety or that linebacker's got to make sure they fit inside that C gap. And we didn't get that last time.
Correct.
Third down from the 25-yard line and 5 yards to go for the Patriots. Split backs behind Taylor. LeBranch motions out. Faking it, Taylor. Counter play left, it's open. Taylor with speed to the corner has a first down. He's at the 15 and down there. So a first down for the Patriots To the 15-yard line, Buddy Taylor, a gain of 10. Patriots on the move.
Yeah, so what they did was they motioned across, and the Jays dropped down. They inverted their safety 3, so you had that safety come to the post, and it left the perimeter wide open on the backside.
And he's electrifying. When he gets going with the football, Buddy Taylor is just electrifying. What a great athlete.
Gain of 10, and they're in the red zone for the first time with 8:40 and counting in the first half. Jesuit leading John Curtis 14-0. Patriots threatening. 1st and 10 of the Blue Jay 15. Receivers to either side. Option play right. And the pitch trying to get the edge, and a big loss coming. Blue Jays had great penetration. No chance for the ball carrier, who was Marlon Prout, because Jesuit's defense was all over him in the person of Dennis Doherty.
Dennis Doherty, 6'2", 234 senior, great angle. Got a nice clear look at the running back off the lead option. Comes downhill and makes a nice tackle.
That was a great job by Dennis. Great read by Dennis. And again, it's good to see his speed coming back after his knee injury.
2nd down and 15 after the loss of 5 to the 20. Quick snap. LeBranch, he's running inside. He's going to be hit and dropped for another loss. Blue shirts everywhere. This time leading the charge was Andrew Besh, the senior.
There's a flag on the play here. We'll see what this is.
Didn't see where it was thrown. Ryan Manally's asking as well. Would be a loss of 1 if it stands, which depends, of course, on who the penalty is on here.
Yeah, it was thrown at the line of scrimmage. It was thrown kind of late, too.
Baton Rouge crew handling this game. It's on Jesuit.
It's going to be a face mask.
Face mask, yeah.
Looks like it's a 5-yard.
Yeah, so they give him the loss of 1 and then the 5-yard penalty, which will spot it at the 16-yard line. Second penalty on Jesuit, 14 yards.
All right, the Jays, they need to come up with a big stop here.
From the 16-yard line now.
In the motion, they're going to drop. Jays invert to 3.
2nd and 11. Option play right with the quarterback keeper. He shook one tackle, but then the blue shirts are there to grip him down. Short side of the field, nothing doing this time for Taylor. Jake Canizero, the first man there.
Well, Doherty read it right, and he missed the tackle in the backfield, and it was cleaned up then by Canizero. Great read by Doherty. He's just going to make the tackle. He's going to look at that on film tomorrow, and he's going to kick himself.
Yeah, that was a really good play, and a good play by Jake. Jake had a really good game against Curtis in the first time they played.
Here's a 3rd down from the 15-yard line and 10 yards to go. Motion left. Taylor's rolling that way. Taylor's looking. Taylor's going to step up and run. Taylor shook one tackle. Taylor to the corner. He's at the 10. Taylor out of bounds near the 6, close to a first down. Looks to be maybe a yard short. This will be interesting.
Yeah, we'll have to see where they spot this football. It's hard to see from this vantage point right here, but again, you got to make sure that you do not want Buddy Taylor running around. You don't want him running free.
And it will be the 6, so it's 4th and 1 and a big play coming here. You know they're going to go for it. 4th and 1 of the Jesuit 6.
Again, there's a big 4th down. There's a big 4th down for John Curtis here. There's a big 4th down for the Jays.
Do they try to man up and run the hard dive, or do they try to trick them here?
Well, a lot of times they would run the quarterback here. They just go quarterback sneak right here. We'll see what they do. I know Coach Baglio is going to be ready for this if they decide to sneak this.
4th and 1 at the Jesuit 6. Split backs behind Taylor, 2 tight ends, and a timeout. John Curtis, their first. So they'll have 2 left. Jesuit has 1 timeout remaining. Keep it right here because of the magnitude of the situation with 7:02 to play in the first half. We'll see if we can check in with V.K. Jones following change of possession here as well.
I think JT wanted to think that over right there. Also, he wanted to see what type of alignment Jesuit was going to come out in. They'll run a quarterback sneak anywhere on the field, for any amount of yardage. I've seen them break at 90 yards before. So he wanted to come out and see what type of alignment they were going to get. Let's see if Jesuit comes back and counters their alignment with it. Right there, that time they had no one lined up over the center or anybody in the A-gaps.
That's correct. I saw that too. So it's actually calling that timeout was pretty good. Probably it was good. It worked in favor for Jesuit too. They come in that 2 tight end set again, so we call that 22 personnel here. Or let's see if they get a wide receiver flanked out or anything like that. But I think they're going to come back at 2 tights loaded up here.
4th and 1 of the 6. They do split a receiver left. 2 tight ends, twin running backs in the split back veer. Taylor barking signals to both sides of his line of scrimmage. takes the snap, runs the hard dive, and they'll get the first down. He may have kept it.
Yep.
Riding the running back and just pulling it out and keeping it is Taylor, and he's got a first and goal at about the 3-yard line. Good surge by the Curtis offensive front.
Inside veer right there. They got the down block. Good read. Very well executed. Both of the defensive tackles that time pinched the A-gaps, which kind of helped that veer path a little bit.
He got 2 yards. It's first and goal with the 4.
And don't be surprised if they come right back with it.
Split backs behind Taylor. Takes the snap, same play. Running back gets it, he fights forward, and he's at the goal line, but he is not quite in. Going to be right inside the 1-yard line on the hard dive this time. Didn't quite get there, but very close nonetheless. So it's second down and goal. And the ball carrier for John Curtis was 41 Anthony Smith, who was in at running back.
That ball's 6 inches from the goal line.
Yep. 3 yards for Smith, second and goal. Taylor surveys, ready. Takes the snap. Runs the quarterback keeper. Hit at the goal line. He's in. Touchdown. Touchdown, John Curtis. And the Patriots have cut the deficit to 14-6.
Blue Jays had nice penetration, but all they had to have the ball was break the plane, which Taylor did. He just reached out and broke the plane right there.
Yeah, when you only have to go 6 inches, you don't really have to go too far. Again, so, this is about containing Buddy Taylor, right? So if we contain Buddy Taylor, they don't get within a yard there of that first down. And, again, I guarantee you look at that drive, too. The John Curtis knows the Jesuit's going to invert with the motion, and you better look to the backside of that invert.
Extra point attempt by Hevapaw is up, and it is good. Timeout on the field, 5:58 to play first half. It's Jesuit 14, John Curtis 7. Back in a moment here on 106.1 FM Nash Icon and at CrescentCitySports.com.
Diamonds Direct is breaking all the rules.
Drink responsibly, B21.
Goff bobble picked up and now returned across the 15 out to about the 17-yard line. So not good field position for Jesuit on this possession, as it's now 14-7 with 5:50 to play in the first half, as Curtis got a big answer there that they needed.
Well, Caleb Tilbert was lucky that ball took a nice bounce, because that just went right through his arms and bounced right back on the turf to him. That could have been disastrous.
Could have been disastrous. Jay's got a lucky bounce again. The coach in me, again, wants to jump out of my skin. In those kickoff returns, you want to field all balls cleanly. Field all balls cleanly. Look at all the way in your hands, secure the football.
17-yard line for Jesuit. Worst starting field position for the Blue Jays, who have done very well thus far offensively. From the 17, man in motion right. Going to fake it. No, he's going to give it off to Duplessis. Fake me out. Duplessis able to get a couple of yards. Tried to carry out the fake afterwards to set something up, but Geron gets about 2, and it's 2nd and 8.
Curtis comes back to their 4-man front on this drive, but what they did right there is they slanted their front to the wide side of the field. So maybe that's the answer. That's what they're thinking now. They're going to have to start playing some stunt games up front with their defensive linemen. Now there they just shifted. 2nd
and 8 at the 19. Lariviere fakes. He's going to throw it behind himself. That's a lateral to the 15 and only about the 19-yard line. Nothing there.
Yeah, so some of the things that I know that Curtis has done to pass against us is doing that. It's not so much you get the movement more than it is the stemming. Right. They love to stem their front. They're really good at stemming late, and I think Jesuit's going to get some of that, and I think you're also right, too. I think they are going to start to move their front.
And that was a running play because that pass was thrown behind the quarterback. No gain to the 19. It's 3rd and 8. Curtis looking for a Big 3 and out here to get the ball right back. 4:50 and counting first half. We'll check in with VK at a change of possessions here.
Guys, did you see Connor Ogeron run out there and make that open field tackle right there?
I'm not surprised that was him.
Wide side, left side of the field. Riviere runs under center. Hard count. Now backs off, and clock expired. Did they call timeout? They did, so Jesuit has taken its third and final timeout with 4:29 to play and a half. All right, let's go down to VK Jones and get the pulse of what's happening right now on the sideline. So, VK, whenever you're ready, you can take it away. I think he's texting right now. Actually, I'm looking at him, so we'll get back to him in a moment. So, 4:29 to play in the first half. 14-7 is the lead for Jesuit. So it's a 3rd and 8 situation here, guys. And Jesuit really hasn't had to throw the ball thus far.
No, I hadn't had to throw the ball. We'll see what ultimately Ryan dials up here in 3rd and 8. I don't know if they've been in 3rd and long very much this game already to this point. But they're pinned deep. They're going to have to get this first down here.
I look for him to come back maybe to that trips formation against that cover 3 and running some sort of flood route again, looking at that curl route that they connected on earlier, I believe, in the second quarter.
Yeah, definitely. I would say, with Jack, move the pocket a little bit, get him running, give him a little bit of space. And again, Curtis is playing cover 1, so they're playing man. So I think Jesuit can try maybe get some rubs here, get some motions, get some rubs, and really kind of test them out.
So a 3rd and 8 situation from the 19. Twin receivers left, man in motion left across the formation. Riviere waits for him to slot. He does. Snap it. Jack wants to throw it. Stepping up. He's going to throw a long out. And a leaping catch made, I believe. Did he catch it? He did. Great job to go up and get it. And a first down for Jesuit. I think that was 83, Hollis McDaniel.
I think you're right. I think that was Hollis.
Yeah.
That was a great job. And again, that's a long throw.
Boy,
you got that field side flat, but that's something I know Curtis does give up here.
10-yard pass to McDaniel, 1st and 10. Here's Duplessis across the 30 to the 32. That's a big first down.
Guys, that also shows that LaRiviere can spin it, right? I mean, he throws that out route for the first down from the far side of the field off that far hash. There's a few college coaches sitting in the stands here tonight that should have taken notice of that.
I counted 11.
There you go.
2nd and 7 to the 32 after the 3-yard gain. Going to fake it. Riviere steps up. He's going to run it. He's going to fight forward for a yard or two. Maybe the 34. He got a little bit out of nothing there. Now a big 3rd down coming up once more for the Blue Jays.
Well, they're in 3rd and manageable here. This is something that they definitely have within the sights of their call sheet. So it's just going to depend on what Ryan Manali wants to dial up here with his personnel grouping, and he changes his offensive lineman again. Terry, like you said, they like to run certain things and certain protections with certain offensive linemen.
That's right.
Which is fun for those guys because they know they have something to do in the game. So if I'm a backup offensive lineman, I know I have a role.
Here's a 3rd and 5 at the 34. 3:13 and counting in the first half. Snap it. Going to give it right to Duplessis. Duplessis cuts in. He'll get the first down. Across the 40. He's out to about the 43-yard line. Well blocked play. A gain of 9. Move the chains. First down, Jesuit.
They run the sweep, but they run guard opposite. Did you see that?
I did.
They got the read on the linebacker. By pulling the guards, those linebackers are reading those guards. One guard pulls opposite. Linebacker chases. Opens up the backside sweep alley. Nice design play by Ryan Manali and his offensive staff.
At the 43, going to give it to Duplessis straight ahead. Fights forward for a couple to the 45. More importantly, that clock melts down under 3 minutes.
The old wing T coach in me loves that stuff.
There you go.
Right. The influence get it moving. Absolutely.
I can hear my buddy Rick Gailey right now. You brought that up, man.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And again, you're able to create those numerical imbalances that way.
Correct.
Right? You're going to get an extra guy.
2nd and 8 of the 45. LaRiviere's in shotgun. Parker is the running back. LaRiviere the snap. He's going to give it to Parker, running left. Got a block. He's at midfield. He's down to about the Curtis 48. Just short of a first down, which will bring up about a 3rd and 1.
Yeah, that's a great run. Again, great run by Jasper Parker. And Jesuits, again, I think now they've got their rhythm back, right? So now we got the personnel groupings. Looks like what do we have
now they got
here?
another flag here. Holding call on Jesuit will kill this drive. And again, it's a spot foul, and this was behind the play. So that's really going to burn Jesuit.
Yeah.
The spot. Oh, goodness.
Oh, don't get me started on spot.
Right.
Oh, I hate them.
I mean, there's 100 different things you could get me started on, right? Like wind me up and just let me go, right?
Well, they actually just.
That's one of the oldest rules that Federation needs
terrible.
to go in and adjust.
Absolutely terrible. I keep saying it over and over and over again. Now, this one only turns out to be 10 yards to the 35 in retrospect, but it is 2nd and 18 from the 35 as we go to 2 minutes and counting in the half. LaRiviere the snap. He's going to run the quarterback lead, and he's not going anywhere this time, although he's still 5. How does he do that? Hit at the line of scrimmage, he gets 5 yards. That's the strength of Jack LaRiviere.
He's a tough grinder. That's what he is. Talking to his quarterback coach, Scott Bain's father, and he used those words. He says he grinds. He grinds every day, and he's just a tough kid.
Timeout Curtis. So they take that here.
So that's Curtis's second timeout this half. So Jesuits out, Curtis with 2.
Curtis obviously trying to get the ball back here with 1:49 to play in the half. Jesuit hoping to make this the final possession of the half, but to do so, they're going to have to convert a 3rd and 13 situation because of the holding call. I want to remind you, coming up at halftime, reports from all over the state. All these games you're hearing scores about, we'll have live reports from those games. Stay tuned for that. I know you want to hear it. And, of course, you can go to CrescentCitySports.com to get all the scores all the time, including now. Full coverage here tonight. The game within the show. A huge audience tonight. We appreciate everyone. And our friends at WSLA and Slidell carrying the game tonight as well. So we're all over the place tonight. All the stations that are with us for the show, and, of course, the audiences for Jesuit and John Curtis that are listening not only on radio but worldwide on the web at NashFM1061.com.
So 3rd and 13. Look for that throwback screen again. Again, if something works, Coach Manali likes to go back to it, and this is really good screen draw territory.
3rd and 13 at the 40. Blue Jays need a play with 1:49 to play in the half. 3 receivers right, single left. LaRiviere retreats to throw. He steps up. He's going to run it. Room to the corner, 40, 45, stiff arm, 50. He's got a first down across the Curtis 45. He's down to the 42. LaRiviere reads it well, and he sprints for 18 yards and a first down, Jesuit.
LaRiviere looks downfield. Everything's covered. I mean, he just takes off. Everything gets washed by him, and he takes off. And, look, one-on-one, he's hard to bring down, and he just ran over the one-on-one tackle right there for the first down.
He sure did.
To the Curtis 42, 1:32 to play in the half. Give it off inside to the 40, to the 39. Falling forward is Duplessis. Clock running with 1:25. Remember, Jesuit does not have a timeout. You're going to have to start operating quickly and maybe start throwing the football here.
They're going fast. They're keeping the same personnel group in there. That 10 personnel, meaning you got the single back, you got the 4 wideouts.
From the 39-yard line, clock down 1:04 and counting. Jesuit has to act a little quicker here. Fake it, LaRiviere. Looking. He's going to throw deep. He has a man down, and he overshot him. Open on the play for the Blue Jays was Jason Thompson, but the throw carried a little bit too deep into the boundary.
Thompson had 3 to 4 steps on the defender. The ball was just overthrown. That would have been huge right there off the play-action pass.
Absolutely. And similar to last game, like Jack was off again, these receivers in the last game, and if you watch the Holy Cross game, Holy Cross and Jesuit, they got past these DBs. So it's going to be there. They just have to connect.
We'll get a timeout taken here, it appears. I'm not sure. Okay, going to retrieve a piece of equipment.
It looks like Coach Curtis is upset at something. He didn't call timeout. He wanted the clock to wind. He's given the line judge or
there
the
was an
side
incomplete
judge,
pass.
right, and it's an incomplete pass.
Right.
Clock stops, but not
sure there.
Sure why they also signaled for a timeout. Something in the communication down on the field.
Yeah, not sure. The Curtis player was going to get a piece of equipment. We saw that. Maybe that's why. I don't know. 3rd down from the 39, 7 yards to go. Motion right, Parker. LaRiviere's throwback screen, it's open at the 40, 35. First down near the 30-yard line, well executed. Now the Blue Jays starting to think about field goal range here as that pass was complete to Duplessis for a first down of the 29, a gain of 10.
Not surprised to see that throwback screen there on 3rd down. Great connection, great job, great execution.
On 1st and 10, they're going to run the ball to the 25 to the 24. That's going to eat up a lot of clock, though. Watch that clock run now.
Jesuit's changing personnel again. Curtis is not adjusting.
Now the clock
Again,
running, 25 seconds.
seconds.
They've got to run fast here. 2nd and 5. Clock down to 20 seconds. He's got to throw the ball. He does. A screen. Duplessis has it. He's got to hurry up. He's at the 25, 20, 15. Jesuit's got to get to the line of scrimmage here. It should be a first down and stop the clock, and then you can go clock the ball and try the field goal if you can't try for the end zone.
They'll move the chains. They'll stop the clock. Then they'll wind it. You got to clock the ball immediately.
No question. To the 13-yard line, a gain of 11.
They'll move the chains. Well, okay, let's see. They're having a problem here.
Now what? Another flag?
A penalty?
Looks like it.
Another holding call on Jesuit. That's the 3rd they've thrown on the Blue Jays in this game.
Yeah, that's one thing that the Jays, again, we talked about this.
Kill their scoring chance here.
Absolutely. You just can't hurt yourself here.
To the 30-yard line, so they give them a gain to the 20, a gain of 4, and then the 10-yard penalty. Fringe of field goal range here. Now they blow the clock dead again. Does Jesuit have time to run a play? They've got 6 seconds left. Or would you try the field goal here?
I think you got Corbello. You know, he's got a heck of a leg here. You know, give him a shot. I know he's been struggling. He's had a hip pointer now. And I'm not sure where the wind's blowing.
Yeah.
I think he had the wind to his back earlier. I don't know that he might be kicking into the wind right now. I'm not too sure. But
I think the wind's out of the north, so it's coming from the closed end of the stadium.
Only 4.
Doesn't matter now.
No, they're going to go for it with 6 seconds left. Only 4 penalties in this game, all on Jesuit for 34 yards, including 3 holding calls. From the 30, quick snap. Final play of the half coming here. Lariviere rolling left. Stopping, looking. He's going to throw it to the end zone. It's too far, and out of the end zone, and the half will end. So the Blue Jays had a chance, but couldn't quite convert. And at halftime, Jesuit 14, John Curtis 7. We'll take the timeout then. Les East takes over in studio as the original continues.
Susan, it's so great to finally be able to get together again.
Oh, it sure is. And I really appreciate you picking up the bill.
I'm happy to. I've got the extra cash. Since we've all been driving so much more again, I've been using Get Upside, the free gas app.
How about them Tigers? It's only fitting in a 16-13 Arkansas victory that a 37-yard boot for the winning field goal in overtime would send the boot trophy back to Fayetteville for the first time since 2015. LSU's depleted defense holds Arkansas to 13 points in regulation, but an offense that had 4 trips inside the 40 with 0 points, including one ending with a dumb-busted Wildcat snap resulting in a fumble, 2 more turnovers, including an end zone interception in overtime, results in the Tigers once again snatching the defeat from the jaws of victory. Next up, the ULM Warhawks. Sounds like something from Harry Potter. Hopefully the Tigers get a much-needed win. Remember, buy local and buy from a Tiger.
This weekly LSU Tiger football game recap is courtesy of Southland Plumbing and Lighting Supply and Alan Venturilla, locally owned and operated for over 5 decades.
This view was worth a hike.
Right? And it's a good way to stay on top of my health.
Yes, I'm Cologuard, a prescription colon cancer screening option for people 45 plus at average risk. Have you screened for colon cancer?
Not yet.
Don't wait. It's more treatable when caught in early stages.
Tell me more.
Cologuard is non-invasive and it's used at home. It detects altered DNA in your stool to find 92% of colon cancers.
92%?
Yep, even those in early stages.
This was seen in a clinical study with patients 50 and older. Any positive result should be followed by a diagnostic colonoscopy. False positive and negative results may occur. Cologuard is not a replacement for colonoscopy in high-risk patients. Do not use if you have had adenomas, have inflammatory bowel disease and certain hereditary syndromes, or a personal or family history of colon cancer.
Most insured patients pay $0. Ask your provider or an online prescriber if Cologuard is right for you, or visit Cologuard.com.
I'm in.
I struggled with symptoms like frequent gas and stomach pain for years.
I was bloated all the time with daily diarrhea.
At first, I thought it was what I was eating.
I kept thinking it was stomach issues.
So I did my research and talked to my doctor, and we finally uncovered the truth.
It was actually EPI. Exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI, is a condition where your pancreas is unable to help break down your food.
It can lead to symptoms like diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, unexplained weight loss, and oily stools.
And EPI symptoms can be confused with those of other common digestive conditions, like irritable bowel syndrome, Crohn's, and celiac disease.
So getting to the right diagnosis meant being more open with my doctor about the severity of my symptoms and how often they were happening.
But there's good news. EPI is manageable, so don't wait any longer. Use the symptom checker at identifyepi.com and schedule a visit or call with your doctor to ask, could I have EPI?
Sponsored by AbbVie.
Wesley is a truck driver.
I drive a truck and I love what I do.
A truck driver with IRS troubles.
They told me I owed them $43,000.
It got really bad.
Quite a few letters in the mail. They were talking about wage garnishment coming after my house, my car. Yeah, they don't play around. I seriously thought that I was going to lose everything.
One sleepless night, Wesley finally made a call to Optima Tax Relief at 2 a.m.
Kind of figured I'd get a machine, but I didn't. I actually got to talk to an actual person in the middle of the night.
He found just what he was looking for.
Oh, they were great people. You need a team of people that know what they're doing. Optima Tax, they know what they're doing.
Optima Tax Relief came through with flying colors.
I saved an incredible amount of money. Happy don't even come close. I was absolutely overjoyed.
Take Wesley's advice.
If you're in any kind of trouble with the IRS, call Optima Tax Relief. Don't trust anybody else.
Call Optima for a free consultation. Call 800-845-8122. 800-845-8122. 800-845-8122.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Anytime, anywhere, smartphone, tune-in radio app via Alexa. We are WRKN 106.1 FM Nash Icon, Picayune, New Orleans. This is where you hear the scores first and most accurate, where Louisiana comes for scores. The one and only original, except no substitutes. Now back to Ken Trahan.
Hi, this is Les East in the studio, and we're going to go around the state now for quick updates. First up, Country Day Southern Lab. Here's Mike McGuire.
Hey, guys, with 3:06 to go in the second quarter, it's Southern Lab 25, Country Day 6. The Lab has scored on 4 straight possessions. Just 3 extra points that made the last one. The 25 Country Day has gone down the field and got 2 field goals, and now are punting with 3:06 to go in the half. Kittens 25, Cajuns 6.
St. Thomas Aquinas and Notre Dame, Seth Peterman.
Hey, guys. Yeah, we got a great game going on here. It started out all Notre Dame, 3 straight touchdown runs, all to the left, 21-0 at the end of the first quarter. St. Thomas started finding the rhythm in the second quarter with a 70-yard touchdown pass to Case Reed and a couple fourth down stops and an interception. But with 23 seconds left in the halftime, Notre Dame scored an 8-yard touchdown pass. Right now we're at halftime, 28-7 Notre Dame.
De La Salle and U High. Here's Kelly France.
All right, we got a barn burner here. U High blocked the punt in the first quarter, scored 5 plays later on a 22-yard drive. A 4-yard touchdown by Pat Derek Graham made it 8-0. Delatau came back in the second half with an 85-yard drive. Miles Snyder with a 7-yard run at 6:26, made it 8-7. Hugh Hyde scored on a 44-yard screen pass to Barnes again. 6-play, 62-yard drive. Right now, with 2:57 and a half, the score is 15-7. Hugh Hyde is up, and that's it from the original.
Dunham and St. Charles Catholic. Here's Jerry Guidros.
Hey guys, it's halftime here in LaPlace. 13-0 St. Charles Catholic over Dunham. It's been a hard-hitting first half. Dunham started showing life in the second quarter, drove the length of the field, came up to start on a 4th and goal from the 5. It could be anybody's game in the second half.
Vanderbilt Catholic and Loyola Prep. Here's Kayla Vicknair.
It's halftime here in Shreveport. Vanderbilt Catholic leads 17-7. Teddy Gartlick had 2 touchdowns, and Vanderbilt scored a field goal right before the half.
Brother Martin and Bird. Mark Wisniewski has the report.
Steve Bird took the opening kickoff, went 82 yards. They scored on a 1-yard touchdown by Allen. And after that, it was all Crusaders. 2 touchdowns by Lambert, 2 touchdowns by Thomas, and a thrown touchdown pass by Namahat. Scored halftime, 35-7, Brother Martin.
St. Paul's and Scotlandville. Here's Sam Francis.
Hey guys, we got 42 seconds left in the half. St. Paul's is winning 10-3. St. Paul's had a really good drive on the offense. Defense has been real stingy with a little bit, and Scotlandville's been moving the ball, but haven't scored yet.
St. Augustine and Catholic. Here's Eric Brown.
Hey, well, it's 6 minutes and 14 seconds to play in the first half. It's St. Aug 21, Catholic 7. A big play just happened. Catholic just got a big interception and ran it deep into St. Aug's territory. But keeping it short, St. Aug scored first to go up 7-0 on a long drive, 80 yards. Catholic came back, and St. Aug scored the last 2 touchdowns. And that's where we stand right now with Catholic driving. 6:14 to play in the first half. St. Aug 21, Catholic 7. Eric Brown for the original.
Zachary and East Ascension. Here's Cade Kewen.
Hey, we are live on the old stadium on Burnside here in Gonzales. It has been a rocker. EA jumped out to a 14-0 lead to start in the first quarter, but Eli Holstein led Zachary back with 2 touchdown passes in the second quarter. So we're at halftime right now. It is 14 Zachary, 14 EA. Looking forward to the second half right now.
West Monroe at Chalmette. Here's Butch Stockton.
Here West Monroe has dominated this game from the start. West Monroe took the opening kickoff and went 52 yards and scored on a Caden Willis 1-yard run. The next time West Monroe got the ball back, Caden Willis scored from 19 yards out, and the PAT was good. Then West Monroe held Chalmette again. And again, Caden Ellis went 48 yards for a touchdown. And then with about 6 minutes to go before halftime, Federico, the quarterback from West Monroe, scored on a 15-yard run, making it 28-0. At the 3-minute mark, Tyrone Jones, Chalmette's very good defensive back, intercepted the pass, and went 30 yards for a touchdown. So 2 minutes and 20 seconds to go here. It's West Monroe 28, Chalmette 7. This is Butch Stockton for the original.
John Arrett and Ponchatoula. Here's Scott Meyer.
In the second quarter, it's Ponchatoula 14, John Arrett 7. Ponchatoula taking advantage of the short field, 4 plays, 28 yards. Braden Johnson from 15 yards out at the 4:19 mark of the first quarter. Arrett coming right back, 10-play, 80-yard drive. Royal Falgu finds Kenneth Johnson on the 22-yard touchdown pass that came at the 6:51 mark. And Braden Johnson in the Ponchatoula Green Wave, again taking advantage of a short field from 16 yards, 5-play, 16-yard drive. Braden Johnson scored from 1 yard out. The story of this game is 22 penalties so far in the first half. So this is Scott Meyer reporting for the original. It's 14-7, Ponchatoula, 2:21 to go in the second.
Ascension Catholic and Washita Christian. Jonathan Oglesby has the update.
Hey guys, we're about to start the second half here at Washita Christian. OCS is leading Ascension Catholic a score of 14-0. Both of OCS touchdowns came in the first half. Landon Graves
rushed in from the 1 yard line after leading the drive down the field. The OCS defense has been the big story here tonight, shutting down just about everything Ascension Catholic put at them. Ascension Catholic
Ken Trahan.
All right, thank you very much. As we get set for the start of the second half here, Ken Trahan along with Wade Kaiser, Terry Harrison. Some quick stats from the first half. It's 14-7 Jesuit on top. Blue Jays controlled play in the first half, but only have a 7-point lead. 13 first downs for Jesuit, 3 for John Curtis. Rushing yards, 173 for Jesuit, 74 for Curtis. Pass yards, 49 Jesuit, 5 for Curtis. Total yards, 222 to 79. But the big number, penalties. 4 for 34 yards for Jesuit, none for Curtis. Patriots kick it off, and this kick is going to be hitting the boundary and going out of bounds at the 10, so Jesuit will get good field position to start the second half. Blue Jay offense was really good in the first half, really stopped themselves.
Right.
The only way they got stopped in the first half, guys.
Well, it's, the holding penalties will do it to you every time, and, whether, we can sit up here and think some of them are questionable, some are not, but it doesn't matter. They were on the field, they're a part of the game, and they've happened, and that's what's has kind of put Jesuit behind the 8 ball in the first half.
We're going to check in with VK after this play and get his take, if we can, from the sideline. So we have that opportunity to do so. So VK, stand by. We'll come to you here for your monitoring. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Blue Jays with the wide side of the field, the right side, the left hash mark. 2 up backs. LaRiviere is going to run the quarterback. Keeper, 35, 40. LaRiviere picks up 5 or 6. Let's check in with VK Jones. VK, what's going on, buddy? What do you have?
Well, so far, Ken and guys, I tell you one thing, the line of scrimmage has been the key for both teams, especially for Jesuit, who's been controlling it. And also, the most likely what you've been seeing in the first half, not just the rushing yards, but a lot of the clock running out, especially for the first 2 quarters. The time of possession and the line of scrimmage has been key for the Jesuit Blue Jays. If they keep it up, they'll be in victory mode and get that playoff when going to the regional semis. Back to you, Ken.
They really have one up front. LaRiviere keeps again. Thanks, VK. It's a gain of 3 for Jack to the 43-yard line. So now there's a big 3rd and 2 from the 43 for the Blue Jays.
And Jesuit, he's absolutely right. Jesuit's doing a great job controlling the trenches. That's what Ryan Manali wanted to do. That's one of the things that we talked about all week, was winning in the trenches.
Here comes that jumbo package again.
Yep. Jesuit just can't hurt themselves, can't shoot themselves in the foot.
And Curtis knows LaRiviere is going to run the ball here, right? It's a matter of where he's going. On 3rd and 2 from the 43. Curtis blitzing. LaRiviere keeps. LaRiviere gets the first down, runs through contact, through 2 tacklers, finally brought down by Stoudemire Davis, but not until he gets to midfield. Just lowered his shoulder and banged for 7. First down, Jesuit.
Well, again, it's a numbers game, right? So Jesuit runs that quarterback power. They pull the backside guard, too. They got more numbers than Curtis to that side, and Jack's just able to power his way through.
It was the backside guard, Baralt, that really sprang him right there. Got up on the linebacker. They had the kick out and the backside guard lead through. So credit Baralt with that block, getting up on the second-level linebacker that sprung him.
1st and 10 in midfield. Motion across the formation. Going to run it with Duplessis on a cutback. It's not there, but he squirts forward for about 2 to the 48-yard line in Curtis territory. Trying to come up with a comparison. Wade, you coached a lot of players and coached in a lot of games. LaRiviere's not fast. He's not slow. He can run, but he's so strong. Guy you coached against, Damian Williams, was kind of like that, just a load. He just run that quarterback follow play, and you just you think you got him stopped, and he's got 4 or 5 extra yards. That's what LaRiviere does.
No doubt. Better make sure you wrap up.
2nd and 8. Run it left. This time maybe a short gain of about 2, and then a hard hit driving back the ball carrier. So a gain of about 2 to the 46-yard line. That's LaRiviere again. So he's getting a heavy workload in this game.
Jesuit still staying with the theme, Coach Urson, with bringing a lot of different personnel on the field, different offensive line groups, different receiving groups, all trying to get the matchups that they need, but also trying to run particular plays that are well suited for those particular groupings that are coming onto the field.
And served them well just far.
3rd and 6 at the 46 of Curtis for the Blue Jays. Might be a passing down, 3 receivers right. Motion left Larson. He's isolated on that side. And now a whistle sounds. And they blow this play dead for a false start on Jesuit. Make it 3rd and 11. 5th penalty, all on Jesuit.
Well, and again, it's hard to see over here, too. Again, penalties are going to hurt you. We talked about that, but it almost looked like they were going to run a pass here. You had an illegal formation. They came out and unbalanced with the 2 receivers, so that number 2 receiver would have been ineligible.
I think the receiver that was in motion broke towards the line of scrimmage a little early that time. And I think that's where they got the illegal procedure penalty.
Jack Lowe checks in. Duplessis checks in. Jesuit will go 3 receivers left, including Reeder and Lowe with Larson. Single receiver right. That's Thompson on 3rd down and 11. From the Jesuit 49, LaRiviere the snap. Wants to throw it. Heavy push inside. He steps forward to the 50. Broke a tackle. 45, and he fights forward close to the 1st down. He looks to have it. Depends on the mark. He needed the 40, and I'm looking at the mark. I don't think he got it. Looks like 4th and 1 at the 41, if I'm reading this correctly.
Big push up front.
Very close.
Curtis brings blitz right there off of the edge. It's picked up nicely by the offensive line of Jesuit. LaRiviere had nothing open down the field, and he just took off.
4th and 1 at the Curtis 41, and they're going to go for it. And by the way, LaRiviere just went over 100 yards rushing in the game. He's got 101 yards with that carry.
Watch for the count right here. See if they can't draw him off sides, maybe.
Yeah, I'm expecting
running power.
Count.
Quarterback keep coming here on 4th and 1 at the 41. LaRiviere the snap. He's going to run left. He is going to be close. I don't think he got it. Big tackle for John Curtis, made by number 44, Austin Ackle. Got him by the jersey, was strong enough to get him down. He stops him short of the 1st down, and a huge stop for the Patriots.
Huge stop for the Patriots, right, but it was also a big mark for that line judge over there. The line judge coming in there to mark that spot immediately had a guy named J.T. Curtis right in his right ear screaming where the mark should be.
Yeah, you bet he was.
I'd have done the same thing.
You bet. Big stop for Curtis. Their own 41 operating down by 7. Buddy Taylor with the split backs behind him. Wide side, left side of the field. Taylor keeps it. Taylor bounced off 1 and gets to the 44 for a gain of 3.
There's your veer follow right there. We were talking about that earlier in the game, where he's going to just kind of ride the fullback on the veer path, and then he's going to follow right off his outside hip.
Looks like we got an injured Patriot here.
And that might be Taylor. It is. That is not good.
Looks like he's
so Buddy Taylor is down.
His right ankle.
That is not good at all. So we will monitor this situation with the injury. Let's take a 1-minute break, Rudy. It's Jesuit football back in a moment on 106.1 FM Nash Icon and at CrescentCitySports.com.
This LSU report is brought to you by Southland Plumbing and Lighting Supply, with 2 locations to serve you, Metairie and Mandeville.
How about them Tigers? It's only fitting in a 16-13 Arkansas victory that a 37-yard boot for the winning field goal in overtime would send the boot trophy back to Fayetteville for the first time since 2015. LSU's depleted defense holds Arkansas to 13 points in regulation, but an offense that had 4 trips inside the 40 with 0 points, including one ending with a dumb busted Wildcat snap resulting in a fumble, 2 more turnovers, including an end zone interception in overtime, results in the Tigers once again snatching defeat from the jaws of victory. Next up, the ULM Warhawks. Sounds like something from Harry Potter. Hopefully the Tigers get a much-needed win. Remember, buy local and buy from a Tiger.
This weekly LSU Tiger football game recap is courtesy of Southland Plumbing and Lighting Supply and Alan Venturilla, locally owned and operated for over 5 decades.
New quarterback in the game for Curtis. Throws a quick pass outside, caught by Stoudemire Davis, and he gets to the 49-yard line. That's Dagan Bruno, the quarterback, to Stoudemire Davis.
Yeah, so Bruno comes in and immediately throws to Stoudemire Davis again. So we're looking at Stoudemire Davis there on the perimeter. Look again to see this coming, right? So he's in the game. Look for Curtis to take a shot sometime really soon here.
Here's a big 3rd and 1 coming up. 3rd and 1, split back veer, 49-yard line of Curtis. Bruno under center and movement up front. That's going to make it 3rd and 6. Well, you get a new quarterback, and maybe that throws things off, right, guys?
Well, it absolutely. You know, you got to remember he's only going to take maybe a third of the reps that week, if that. So, you know, the cadence, the rhythm, the feel of the snap from the center's aspect, everything kind of is a little bit different when you're in the heat of battle, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. He got some playing time last week against Holy Cross, and he's not a bad little player. But again, you're looking at those things that kill drives. Now he's in 3rd and long.
Catholic has rallied the Tide to St. Augustine 21-21 at the half. 3rd and 6. Bruno wants to throw. Pump fakes. He's going to go deep. Jump ball coming to the corner. It's caught at the 20 and inside the 20 and down to about the 18-yard line. That catch made by Michael Turner. Huge play, Patriots, in the red zone. And a first down at about the Jesuit 18-yard line. A gain of 38 yards.
Well, there's your 50-50 ball, right? Ball's up in the air, athlete on athlete right there. And Nicholas Foley's in phase right there. He has a nice chance to make a play on the ball, just can't make the play. And then it's advantage Curtis on that particular pass.
37 yards officially to the 19-yard line. Chance for Curtis to get even in this game. Megan Bruno doing the job. He's going to run the hard dive, and it's going to get about a yard to the 18-yard line, and that's all. Well played by the Blue Jay defensive front, as this was Anthony Smith on the carry. So Smith gets a yard.
And Bruno looks good. He looks poised. And again, after that throw, we knew it was coming. We knew they were going to take the shot. Didn't know they were going to take it with Bruno, but they did. And gives a little bit more momentum.
2nd and 9. Counter option left. There's the pitch to the corner, to the 20, to the 15, and diving down with speed to about the 11-yard line is LeBranch for a gain of 8.
There's a trap option. That's the first time we've seen the trap option tonight. That was coming sooner or later. We were talking about it at halftime. It gets the flow of your linebackers and your secondary going one way, so that's going to leave you backside with you better make sure you're taking the proper threats. You're taking quarterback and you're taking pitch.
And then you got to make the tackle. You got to be able to make the tackle in the open field.
3rd down and a long one at the 11. Drops the snap. It's on the turf.
Looks like the Jays have it.
Jays have it.
There you go.
Jesuit has recovered the fumble on a botched exchange between the center and the new quarterback. Recovering is Andrew Besh.
Andrew Besh falls on that ball. Opportunistic. Big turnover right there for the Jays.
No, it's huge. It's exactly what Jesuit need. We talk about the team here. We talk about Jesuit not doing things to hurt themselves. That was the break that Jesuit needed right there. Okay, John Curtis, they have a mistake. Besh is there, Johnny on the spot, and I'll see how the Jays respond. They got to drive the field here. They got to go 89 yards.
At the 11-yard line with 5:21 to play in the 3rd quarter, Blue Jays operate. And they're going to run it straight ahead for a short gain. Look like Jasper Parker getting to the 12 for a gain of 1.
Big stop right there. Number 44 from John Curtis. Austin Ackle right there to make the play. 6'1", 15-pound junior.
He made the big play on the Rivier, stopping them on that 4th down play a moment ago. 2nd and 9 at the 12. Clock says 4:52 and counting, 3rd quarter. Jesuit is up 14-7. Receiver to either side. Parker is the running back. Tight end is the up back. LaRiviere takes the snap, gives to Parker. Parker sprints to the 15 and fights forward to about the 16 for a gain of 4 to make it 3rd and 5.
There's a great job up front with the Jesuit offensive line. Again, really controlling the line of scrimmage. Baralt, Lanoska. Again, Lanoska who moved over from the defensive line, now playing left guard for the Jays full time now. He's doing a tremendous job out there. Rouse is doing a great job. Gasquet, Wagasback. Again, and you look at the H-backs. You know, Hollis is throwing a lot of blocks. Chance is doing a great job. They just got to keep doing this.
Here's a 3rd and 5 for Jesuit at its own 16-yard line. Parker remains the running back. Larson goes in motion left. Snap it, fake it, pump fake it. Now he's going to run it, and he's not going to get there. Curtis defense stiffens. LaRiviere to the 18, a gain of 2, and Jesuit's going to have to punt the football.
Well, Stiffen is right, Kenny. They did a great job getting off of blocks inside. Nowhere for LaRiviere to go. They run the guard opposite, trying to get the flow. Everybody stays at home in a white jersey, and it's forcing a punt by the Blue Jays. I believe one of the first ones of the night.
It is. Javon Stoudemire-Davis, very dangerous back to receive this punt. William Hudlow stands at his 3. Good pass from center. Punt is away. It's a spiral. Stoudemire-Davis lets it bounce. Big decision there and a big Jesuit roll.
Not smart
all the
by
way down to the 35. He should have fielded that.
You got to catch that football. I mean, that's what you're there for. I mean, that's why you got a hand. You put it above that ear hole, wave it back and forth. That's hidden yardage right there.
Absolutely.
And when that ball hits the ground like that, and you're going to add a little 5 more, 10 more, whatever the case may be. How many times have we seen that ball hit the ground like that and just keep bounding? And it turns into from a 40-yard punt to a 50, 55, 60-yard punt. You got to catch football.
Absolutely. Plays like that as a coach make you want to jump out of your skin, huh, Coach?
Especially on special teams.
I don't know that we're going to see Buddy Taylor again, as Dagan Bruno is still in at quarterback at the 34-yard line for Curtis. Receiver to either side on 1st and 10 against a 50 front. Wants to throw a quick out and does. It's caught. Across the 40 to about the 43-yard line. That's Carl Wilson. Again, they're really dangerous on the outside, and with a different quarterback, we're going to see more of this now.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, you're seeing that, and they're also picking on Foley over there on their right-hand side. So, that's one of the things that, I'm sure game plan-wise they come in and they try to match personnel on personnel.
2nd and 1 after the gain of 9 to the 43. And the inside run should get a first down to about the 45-yard line. That's LeBranch. He should move the chains for Curtis.
Trying to motion somebody out of there, seeing if a linebacker will move. You run a running back out of there and try to lighten the load inside with your numbers and come back against the motion.
Well, yeah, Jesuit's adjusting that motion with the safety, so they're dropping the safety down. Backside safety didn't really move too far. He held home. Again, didn't come to the post like we've seen in the past to make sure they take care of that boundary. Anything coming backside.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line for the Patriots.
Here's a bunch set here.
And then they motion Wilson out and get him isolated. Pitch is wide. LeBranch fields it, shook a tackle, but he's going to be hit for a huge loss on the play. Good job by the Blue Jays to penetrate, and that's Gio Matranga who put him down.
Well, it started with Besh. Besh was the guy that kind of set the edge right there on the pitch, and he didn't make the tackle, and then you're right, Matranga comes up and finishes things off.
Big loss of 6 to the 39 to make it 2nd and 16. This is an offense that needs to stay in front of the chains with the way it plays. But they have shown the ability to throw it with Bruno thus far. He's 3 for 3 for 51 yards.
Yeah, he's 3 for 3. He's throwing with poise. He's standing in there. He's doing a solid job.
2nd and 16. Takes the snap, wants to throw it. He's got time over the middle. That's caught. LeBranch in space. 45. Slips down. Might have had more, but he gets to the Jesuit 49.
All right, something coming out of the turf and tripped him right there. He'd still be running, I think.
Yeah, I don't know if the official got in the way of the linebacker on that. Doesn't matter anyway. Official's part of the field. Judges got to find a way to make sure they don't convert here. Again, but again, Bruno's doing a great job.
Really good job. He's now 4 of 4 for 63 yards, and it's 3rd and 4 at the Jesuit 49. As we are under a minute to play in the 3rd quarter, we'll go to Matt Sims momentarily for scores. Stay tuned, Matt. 3rd and 4, motion right across the formation for Curtis. Bruno takes the snap. He's going to run the dive, and he's not going to get there. 2 yards. It's going to be 4th and 2, as that was LeBranch, and he's tackled by Dominic Lojadis.
Lojadis, nicely done. Steps up, makes a huge tackle.
And that might be the final play of the quarter. Curtis has a decision to make. Are they going to send on the punt team? It looks like it on 4th and 2, but we might not get it off. We're going to go back to Matt momentarily, see if they try to run it or not. Don't have to here. Now they are going to try to trick them back into punt formation, but the quarter's going to end. So at the end of the 3rd quarter, 14-7 Jesuit. Here's Matt Sims with scores. Take it away, Matt.
All right, Ken, 5A, 3rd quarter, Zachary 21, East Ascension 14. Halftime, West Monroe 35, Chalmette 7. Halftime, Ruston 28, Benton 9. 3rd quarter, Destrehan 19, Woodlawn and Baton Rouge 7. Halftime, Ponchatoula 29, Eric 7. 4th quarter, Ouachita Parish 13, Denham Springs 7. Halftime, Acadiana 29, Santa Moss 7. 3rd quarter, Parkway 17, Captain Okaloosa 6. And fourth quarter, Union Parish 6, Gina nothing.
All right.
And halftime, Abbeville and Wassman tied at 14 apiece. Ken, back to you.
And Curtis runs a fake punt. Tavapaw keeps it. He looks like he's right at the marker at the 45. This is going to be very close. Tucker Tavapaw ran right with the punt. The ball's going to be spotted near the 45. It is at the 45-yard line. They haven't moved the chains yet, but apparently it is a first down. I mean, the chains are still in place. Are they going to measure? No, they're not. First down, Curtis. So the fake punt works.
Fake punt works. He was like he was going to rugby kick it, and he just took off.
It's at the Jesuit 45. LeBranch runs left. He's in heavy trouble. He's down for a big loss.
That's a good job right there.
Big loss back to about the Curtis 48, a loss of 7.
Nick Jacobs was right there to set your edge, Coach. He came up and did a nice job. But it started inside with some penetration by the blue jerseys in the B gap, pushed everything back on that sweep, and Nick Jacobs came up and cleaned it up.
Second down and long now. 2nd and 17. Snap it, wants to throw it. He does. The out is there. It's caught at the 45 and down to the Jesuit 40 and shook a tackle. Still going down about the 35 and another big play for Curtis as they're starting to get the ball of those weapons on the outside. It's Michael Turner all the way down about the Jesuit 35 right at the first down marker.
You're going to take what the defense gives you. If you're going to play off 7 to 10 yards, you're going to push the cushion real hard with the defensive back. You're going to break your route off and the ball's on the numbers right there, and then all it takes is a slightly missed tackle, and you're off to the races, and you got a first down.
Absolutely. If you're going to give that much space, you know they're going to throw it out there. They've done it already. We've got to make sure we come up and make sure tackles.
17 yards and a first down. Turner has another catch. Run it. Bruno keeps it. Short yardage to about the 32-yard line. It'll be second down at about 7. And Bruno's emerged as a real story here. He's 5 of 5, 78 yards.
Yeah, he's coming. He showed a lot of poise right now, throwing the ball, said it several times, and that's a nice run by him. Again, the thing that he needs to do is just make sure that he doesn't do anything to hurt his team at this point. And Jesuit's got to, again, force another takeaway.
2nd and 8 at the 33 of Jesuit. Option play left, and the pitch is and it's on the ground. And who's got it? Jesuit should. And the Blue Jays do recover the fumble.
They run the lead up.
Coming up with it again is Andrew Besh, his second fumble recovery.
Second of the night. They run the lead option again. Another fumble. The ball's bouncing around on the pitch right there. It just wasn't on the mark. A little bit behind the running back. It just knocks off his hands, and blue jerseys all over the ball. So second big turnover of the night for Besh.
All right, we were just talking about that. The Jays needed that. They needed another takeaway. And again, so that's something that quarterback and that pitch, that relationship, right? That's where the practice comes in, and that's where the second string quarterback, that's where he kind of shows up, right?
Well, you win that turnover battle, and now you're up 2 in that department. Jesuit gets it at the 33-yard line with 10:25 to play in the game. Leading 14-7 over John Curtis. Snap it. Going to give it to no one. LaRivier's hit for a big loss. Back at the 28, boy, the Curtis defense is playing much better, and that's Austin Ackle. Boy, he's really having a good game.
Well, they've turned it up a notch. I mean, let's understand. John Curtis is a playoff-tested team. They understand what's at stake. They know what's going on here. You don't have to say anything to them in a locker room. They know how to turn it up a notch, and Austin Ackle has definitely turned it up a notch.
Loss of 4 to the 29 at 2nd and 14.
Again, Jesuit brings in more personnel, more offensive linemen.
LaRiviere, keeper, nothing there. He's stuffed. He's under 100 yards now because he lost yards.
Blitz off the edge. That time it was a corner. Blake Weibel comes off of the edge. He's a 5'10", 160-pound junior. Blitzes. Nobody picks him up. Brings LaRiviere down by the ankles.
And a loss of another yard to the 28. going the wrong way as Jesuit. Curtis's defense has really turned it up. They've made adjustments. You knew that was coming. This is too good of a team and too good of a program.
Absolutely. I mean, again, this defense, phenomenal defense. We've seen it time and time again. It looks like that's part of their plan, right? It's part of their adjustment. To force the issue with the blitz, they've gotten through a couple of times with some nice blitzes, and it showed up again here.
This is a take care of the ball down for Jesuit, right? 3rd and 15.
Absolutely.
At the 28-yard line, the Rivier's in shotgun.
Screen draw.
And the whistle sounds. And a timeout, I believe. Or was there a penalty? Delay of game on Jesuit. So now 3rd and 20. 6th penalty on the Blue Jays, 44 yards.
Yeah, right now neither offense is doing their defenses any favors.
Well, this is going to turn into, if something doesn't happen here, this will turn into a huge field possession flip.
Huge indeed. 3rd and 20 at the 23. LaRiviere wants to throw. Steps up in the pocket, will run to the corner, 25, and tripped up and down at the 29-yard line. Excellent defensive series for John Curtis, and they get the 3 and out.
And that was Connor Ogeron, who had a nice little spy technique, if you notice that time, waiting for LaRiviere to kind of jump out of the pocket right there and take off, and Ogeron was right there to make a nice tackle.
Yeah, number 15, Connor Ogeron, he's been all over the place tonight. He's been all over the place for them all season. He's doing a great job.
Well, you sense a momentum shift in this game, and Jesuit has to punt it away.
There's your 2 deep returners right here.
William Hudlow to punt it.
Again,
tries to punt it away from him. On the run, fumble by LaBranch, and Jesuit has it again. And it's returned to the Curtis 33-yard line. The Patriots are simply playing giveaway. Dennis Doherty recovers it and returns it in the process. You could almost see that coming with LaBranch on the dead run with a wobbly kick.
That's why you get your hand up.
No doubt.
Get the hand up. Get the hand up.
You know, he's catching it on the run. He thought he might have had something. Again, if you're going to do that too, make sure you catch the ball, look it all the way into your hands, make play. That was a great job by Dennis Doherty being Johnny on the spot, but also having the awareness to scoop the ball up, protect the football, and try to make an opportunity to score.
Well, now Jesuit's offense has to get something going. With 8:06 to play, a grand opportunity here at the Curtis 43-yard line. Motion across the formation. Going to run the lead with the quarterback. Fights forward to about the 40. LaRiviere gets 3. These yards are hard to come by in the second half for Jesuit.
LaRiviere's a workhorse tonight. I mean, he's
back up at 107 yards rushing.
He's getting it done. I mean, that's you know, it's on his shoulders, and that's the type of young man you want him to step up, and he takes it on his shoulders.
25 carries now for Jack.
Expect nothing less out of an offensive MVP.
2nd and 7 at the Curtis 40. LaRiviere wants to throw it. Pump fakes. He's in deep trouble. He's going to get sacked. Back at the 48-yard line, sacked is LaRiviere. Great job, and Austin Ackle is there again for Curtis, along with Jared Washington.
Brought the blitz right there, not picked up by the right tackle of Jesuit. Ackle just worked right through him. Nice little swim move over the top. Results in a sack.
-8 on the play to the 48-yard line. So now it's 3rd and 15.
And Ackle looks like he's limping a little bit. It looks like he got up a little bit slowly. Let's see if Jesuit can see that and take advantage on Jesuit's left side.
3rd and 15 at the 48. LaRiviere the snap. A lot of time. Steps up, throws, and it's caught. Beautiful throw and catch. And a first down to the Curtis 32-yard line. Perfect throw and catch, and that's Jason Thompson. That's a terrible spot.
That's an awful spot.
Oh, my goodness. He had the 31-yard line,
at least,
and they've marked it at the 33, and it looks to be just short of the first down.
That's an awful spot, and it is just short of the first down.
And I think Ryan Manali's coming unglued.
As well he should be.
I agree with you.
Yeah, he wants that. He wants somebody to go under the hood.
And they can't do it. It's going to be 4th down and less than a yard. This is where you'd like to get under center, guys, wouldn't you?
Yeah, absolutely. Just have them
use that
forward.
weight and fall forward.
Absolutely. Yeah, they need to review that spot, boys.
Yeah, nothing pretty there. Jason Thompson on the reception for 15 yards.
In my whole career, I don't think I ever yelled at an official.
Yeah, I didn't think you did.
No, not you.
So that would have been probably my first time to yell about that, because that was just terrible.
That was brutal.
He ran the route perfectly.
Yes,
he knew where the marker was.
Well,
he was a yard and a half ahead of that.
I'm going to tell you where it started also. Started with, just after a sack, it started with the protection. They bowed up again and made sure that LaRiviere had time to step up in the pocket and
Stretched
deliver
the
that
chains, and he got the first down anyway. Justice is served.
Well, that's the other thing Ryan Manali was asking for, and I don't blame him. He wanted a measurement.
Sure.
They were not granted a measurement at first. They don't have to grant you a measurement, but if it's kind of like me arguing with my insurance guy right now. if I just keep hammering his tail, sooner or later I'm going to get a measurement.
Awesome, dude. Guys, that's only the second first down for the Blue Jays here in the second half. An idea of how good the Curtis defense has played. Curtis has turned it over 3 times, and they're still only down by a score.
That's right.
6:14 to play in the game. 1st and 10 Jesuit at the Curtis 33. Motion right, Larson. He slots that way. LaRiviere the snap. LaRiviere rolling right. LaRiviere's looking. LaRiviere stopping. LaRiviere in trouble. LaRiviere reverses field. LaRiviere's coming left. He cuts in. He's at the 30, and a good open field tackle there prevents a big play. Did everybody get up okay?
Yes.
They do. Good play there by Curtis's Justin Horn. Stop him for a 3-yard gain because he would have had something.
Yeah, and you could tell he was looking for Larson, and Larson he was covered really well. He tucked the ball and he tried to make some out of nothing. Everybody held their breath for a second because it looked like he was getting off really slow.
Yep.
And then he jumped up, so everybody took a sigh of relief.
2nd and 7 at the Curtis 30, 5:25 to play. You start thinking field goal. Here you're just about in that range. In a 1-score game, LaRiviere the snap gives to Duplessis. Duplessis inside, forges ahead for about 2 to the 28, and it's going to be a big 3rd and 5 coming up as the clock will wind under 5 minutes to play in the game.
Yeah, this is a big 3rd and 5 right here. The Jesuit needs to convert, and that was a nice run by Jerron. Again, want to make sure that we grind and falling forward, finding the windows, find some cutbacks. We'll see what Coach Manali has dialed up here.
This is also the area of the field and at the time where he can use the clock to his advantage.
That's right.
He wants to drain that as much as he can off that 40-second clock, which will drain that game clock.
No doubt. 3rd and 5 at the 28. Big play here. Will LaRiviere keep it or will he throw it?
Keep your eye on the tight end here.
He slots right as the lead blocker. You got to think he's going that way. Nope, he comes back left and he's going nowhere. LaRiviere for a yard, and there's Ackle again. What a game Ackle has played.
And this is also the area where John Curtis needs to think about their timeouts.
And now Jesuit has a decision to make. Would be about a 44-yard field goal, maybe 45 from here. It's 4th down and 4 yards to go. 4:10 to play. Don't see the kicker coming on. You would have thought they would have done that already.
He's going to run it all the way down.
Run it all the way down and then make the decision.
Yeah. Correct.
And maybe line up at the line of scrimmage, trying to draw them off sides. I mean, a lot of possibilities here.
You know, I really think John Curtis should have used one of those timeouts right after the run play.
No doubt.
Probably so.
I agree with you. They're going to run it all the way down. Blue Jays will take the timeout with 1 on the play clock, with 3:40 to play in the game, and now Ryan Manali can make the decision about what he wants to do here. You could punt it if you wanted here. If you did that, you might want to take a 5-yard penalty. You could try the 45-yard field goal, which is a stretch, or you could go for it and try to leave Curtis with a 73-yard field to drive.
Well, I can tell you right now, Corbello struggled this week with a hip pointer.
Well, there's your answer.
And he's kicking into the wind. So, yeah, I think we do have our answer. Now, again, like what you said, though, too, you could take a penalty here and go ahead and punt and try to pin him and play field position, which is a great decision as well.
Decisions.
No doubt. Well, there is not a bad decision to be made here. Right. The coach knows his team very well.
Right. Absolutely.
Well, he's got to look. If he runs a play right here, he's got a play that's on that sheet. Probably has about 3 of them that are circled in red or in red, whatever. That are
here we go
specifically for this particular.
They're going to try the 44-yard field goal with Corbello from the left hash mark. Out of the hold of LaRiviere. From 44 yards. Snap good, spot good.
Fake.
And they fake it, and the throw, it's open, and he dropped the ball.
No.
drop the ball.
I am not kidding you. I just sat here and I ran through my mind fake field goal.
Fake field goal.
I really did. I was just thinking, what do you have to lose, right? If Cabela has a hurt hip, they're lining up there.
Right.
Why not go ahead and run it? He had a step on him. Ball's just slightly overthrown.
Not him in hands.
Yeah. Hey, I like the call.
Yeah.
I really do like the call. I like the call.
Well, it's a great call, and he's sitting wide open.
Bless Whitfield's heart. But 1st and 10, John Curtis at the 27-yard line. A real chance for the Patriots. Boy, they withstood 3 turnovers. Just withstood that. And here they are, poised with a chance to go get it and extend this game.
Again, watch him take another shot.
With 3:33 to play, Bruno under center. Wants to throw it. There's the quick out. It's going to be there, and it's caught across the 30 to about the 33. Can they stay patient doing that? Turner with the catch.
Secret is Jesuit wants to tackle him in bounds on those little out routes. Make sure that clock keeps running.
On John Curtis, which we didn't see. 5-yard infraction. Jesuit accepts it now. That they could have declined that and been 3rd and 5. Interesting decision.
Yeah, it's an interesting decision. You got to play the field position. No, it's one of those calls.
I don't know if at this point in the game I want to give an extra snap.
Kind of agree with you there, Coach. But again,
I would have declined it. I would have declined it.
I agree with you there, Ken.
It's 5-yard penalty. It's only 2nd and 10 now. 2:54 to play. Here's Bruno. Throwback pass. He's open, and he dropped the ball. In the hands and out of the hands. Good throw by Bruno. LaBranch unable to hold on. It's 3rd and 10 with 2:49 to play. So that's officially his first incomplete pass.
Officially, yep.
In and out of his hands. LaBranch should have caught that.
Do we have another flag here?
Looks like we do.
They're talking it over again. Didn't see that. Jesuit's moving back. Personal foul on Jesuit. Wow. Roughing the passer.
Roughing the passer.
15 yards and a first down for John Curtis. A big play here.
If there's anything that's going to give John Curtis life tonight, it's going to be those 10 and 15-yard penalties.
7 penalties, 59 yards on Jesuit. And a big first down for Curtis with plenty of time. 2:49 to play in the game. Curtis in business.
Keep your eye down here.
Quick throw. That's caught by LaBranch. LaBranch on the cutback gets to the 45, maybe the 46. 3 yards on the play to LaBranch. And it's 2nd down and 7.
Secret is clock is still running. Jesuit does a nice job tackling in bounds.
Jesuit's got to get sacks. They're going fast. Again, like I said, keep
quick
your
throw
eye
outside,
down
caught
Turner.
Cross midfield and down near the first down. At about the Jesuit 49, just short is Turner, who's had a good game.
Great job by Foley right there, understanding that he needs to tackle him in bounds as the receiver was struggling to get out of bounds. Foley keeps him in.
6 yards. Here's a 3rd and 2 for the Patriots. Snap it. Hard dive. They stopped it. Quarterback couldn't make the exchange. He kept it. He stopped. No gain. And here's a 4th and 2 at the Jesuit 49 on the back of the ball carriers. Andrew Besh, what a game he's had.
Curtis takes a timeout.
With 1:57 to play, this is the ball game.
This is the ball game right here.
This is right here.
No gain on the play.
That was a great job by Besh. And Besh has had a great night, obviously recovering the 2 fumbles. And then, of course, there with the big stop.
So here it is, 4th and 2 at the Jesuit 49 with 1:57 left. Haven't seen that middle screen that they love so much. But on 4th and 2, they just ran the hard dive and it didn't work, so would not think they'd go back to that. The quick outs are there. Will the Jesuit corners come creep up a little bit and play tighter, though?
Well, that on the last play, Foley did. Foley was in the face of number 14 to the boundary, and then but to the field though they were still giving up a lot of yardage to the field, which is okay. You think you can flat foot that and then drive on anything quick, and then it's a long throw. You might even get an interception.
Well, here we go.
Again, here's the play. Again, the thing that we haven't seen too is Curtis likes to run that sprint draw. You know, again, we haven't seen it all game.
4th and 2 at the Jesuit 49. 1:57 to play. Bruno will sneak it. Bruno, I don't think he got it.
I don't think he has it.
I don't think he made it.
I don't think he has it.
The mark is going to be at the 48. That's going to be short if it's correct. Let's see where they put the ball down. tried to go quick, tried to run the sneak, and they're not going to get it. He's short. There's no way he made that.
That's it.
Jesuit has a player injured on the play. Line of scrimmage is the 48th, and they might measure, but there's no way he made that.
Yeah, he's at least short by, yard.
It looks,
I would think.
It looks like he's very short.
I can't tell the number of the Blue Jay that is down. It looks like he's with a left shoulders kind of hurting him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my goodness. Did they spot that thing?
Well, they gave him the first down.
They gave him the first down?
Wow.
They gave him the first down. That's wow.
At least from
that's a big wow.
Our vantage point up here, I was saying he was at least a yard short.
Well, he needed to get to the 48 or the 47 and a half, right up in that region. He's at the 48. So it looks like he's got it after all, and that's a huge first down conversion for Bruno.
Holy cow.
With a minute 48 to play.
That's 2 spots tonight that I would think I would have to yell at an official about.
Injured player for Jesuit is Hunter Ufnak, who's a substitute himself because of Helm not being able to play tonight, Braden Helm. So Bruno gets a first down. The drive is alive.
I think John Curtis still has 1 timeout left.
With 1:48 to play in the game, Bruno's under center. Officials make them wait, and now ready to go. 1:48 left in the game. Here's Bruno. Quick drop. Bruno under pressure throws outside and bounced it. The pressure caused him to throw it short and incomplete. Stops the clock with 1:42 to play in the game. Good pressure off the edge there for the Blue Jays by Kayari Washington.
I think the pressure jumped right back into his lap, and he just could not get the ball out. So Bruno sails the ball down into the ground, which is going to set up.
2nd and 10 of the 48, 1:42 to play. They should have a timeout left.
Yes.
Excellent ball game, just as we thought it would be. Snap
Here we go. Watch
Bruno
the rail.
Stopping. Bruno hit as he throws. And
it's almost
intercepted, but couldn't yank it in. Foley got his hands on it. Again, the pressure by Jesuit hitting Bruno as he threw the ball.
Again, interesting route combination, too. Now, typically we've seen seam rail out of that, meaning that one of those receivers would try to work the sideline, but you had 2 receivers working the seam in the same trajectory. I don't know. I think there might have been there might have been a miscommunication there on that route combination.
Exactly. Definitely a miscommunication between Foley and his hands.
Yeah.
He should have picked that thing off and have been gone to the end zone.
Been all about the pressure on the first 2 downs. It's 3rd and 10 of the 48-yard line.
Giving up
Snap
the
it.
cushion
Bruno
here.
wants to throw it. Bruno has time. Wide open and caught. First down, 35, 33-yard line. Big conversion for the Patriots. It's Stoudemire Davis. 15 yards.
A lot of room out there on Stoudemire Davis. I understand that, but you've got to tighten down. You've got to understand game situation. Stoudemire Davis turns the ball into the center of the field. Why doesn't he turn to the outside of the field, get up the boundary, and get out of bounds?
Correct. 15 yards, a minute 21 to play. Bruno with time. Pump fakes, throws deep
Interception.
down the middle, and again.
Wow.
In and out of the hands of Foley. Oh, my goodness gracious. That's 2 of them that they've had. And you got to come up with one of those balls.
You got to have that.
Those are called missed opportunities.
Right.
Those are called missed opportunities right there, and he does have to come up with that because that ices the game. That basically seals it right there. And they're going to take more of their shots, right? And again, against these wide receivers, they're explosive. They can make plays. They can make you miss in the open field. And again, you can expect something coming very similarly. They're going to work to try to get the ball to number 4 and number 14.
Minute 13 left, 2nd and 10 of the Blue Jay 33-yard line. Twin receivers are right. Bruno under center. Split backs behind him. Wide side, right side of the field. And he retreats to throw. He's got time and throws. He's open. Stoudemire Davis got it. He's at about the 26. It's going to be 3rd and about 3. The clock will run. 1:05 and counting.
Here you go. Classic combination. Curl slide. You know it's coming. You know it's coming to these guys.
3rd and long 3.
You're giving that much cushion. Put yourself in the position to drive.
Retreats to throw. Sprint draw.
Sprint draw.
And there it is. And he's to the corner. He's at the 15. He's at the 10. He's going to score. Touchdown!
Terry, you called it. We hadn't seen the sprint draw yet tonight, and there it was right there that went for the touchdown. Problem was, 2 Blue Jays had a shot at it, tackling them in bounds, and they both broke. They both missed the tackle.
Correct. And that, again, they were setting it up. They were running the half rolls. They were running the baby sprint outs and setting up. They were setting up the sprint draw, and just like you said, Coach, you're there, you're in position, you have to make that tackle.
You got to make that tackle down the boundary. You got to tackle them inbounds. Too big of a game to miss tackles like that.
Well, again, first of all, great run by LaBranch. Great call by the Patriots.
Absolute,
and a great
correct
run by LaBranch.
Hadn't seen that all night.
The missed opportunities, not 1 but 2 dropped interceptions on the possession. And you've got to come up with one of those balls if you're Jesuit. But Curtis showing their resiliency and how tough they are.
Question, boys.
Well, I know what
One
they're
or
thinking.
two?
Well, you know they love to run the swinging gate. Curtis does that frequently,
Yes, they
as
do.
you know.
So what would you do right here?
Well, you
Mr.
got to
Graham?
match up. If you're Jesuit, you got to match up, first of all. If I'm Curtis, I'd kick it because Curtis has had the better of it, okay? Without the fumbles, they've been the better team in the second half.
Correct. And they're playing good defense.
They're playing solid defense. I would kick it. You've got a good kicker.
Exactly.
Yeah, Jesuit's offense hadn't really seemed to find their rhythm in the second half. Curtis is playing phenomenal in the second half. Again, with the exception of those turnovers. Yeah, go ahead, kick it, send it into overtime, and test your luck there.
I'm right there with you, boys.
Well, they're going to kick it.
I do. I'd kick the ball.
Well, they're going to line up to kick it, but that doesn't mean they will.
No, it doesn't.
Tucker Tevapaw on to try the extra point. Tevapaw to tie it. Out of the hold of Taylor, who's in there to hold. Snap, spot.
Boom.
It's blocked. It's blocked by the Blue Jays. With 40 seconds left, they blocked the extra point. My goodness. Penetration by Dominic Logides and by Joseph Barnett. One of them got a hand on it, and the Blue Jays lead it 14-13.
I think maybe Nick Jacobs got in there
Look like Nick Jacobs off the edge might have got in there too.
We'll have to ask and get VK to ask Coach Manali if Jesuit holds on the win here. Who got that one? 14-13 with 40 seconds left. Wow.
I love it. Used to say all the time, take points off the board on that PAT block team, that field goal block team. Take points off the board, and that's exactly what the Jays did, was take points off the board.
Well, that drive covered 11 plays, 73 yards, 2:57 off the clock. And by the way, who could come in with a backup quarterback who hasn't played all year and do what Curtis has done?
The word is we got it. That was Andrew Besh got his hand up on that ball. What a night Andrew Besh has had.
He's had an unbelievable night. I mean, he's recovered 2 fumbles, and now maybe, just maybe, send Jesuit on to the semifinals.
Now, it's a great job by that D-line again. Joe Barnett, Andrew Besh, again, coming off the edge, really providing that penetration. And again, when you're blocking PATs, you got to believe. You believe in yourself, and you pin your ears back, and you go get it, and that's exactly what they did. And took points off the board. That's
St. Augustine with a 28-21 lead over Catholic, by the way, in the third quarter.
And, you know, you're absolutely right, Coach Harrison. You got to believe, but you know what you do? You also work it.
Absolutely.
you work blocking that thing. You work, you scheme it, and you practice it, and you find the spot where the weakness is to be able to scheme the block, and I'm sure that the staff did that for the past 2 weeks.
Got to be an onside kick here. Tevapaw approached it, stopped, and we have a whistle.
Smart timeout right there.
Jesuit. They took a look. By the way, Brother Martin well on their way to playing in the semifinals against the winner of this one. 42-7 Crusaders at Lee Hedges Stadium. They made the long trip. That wasn't going to stop them. That team is a juggernaut right now. They're really good, and they're on a mission.
Well, they are on a mission.
After what happened to them, they were good enough. They didn't need the momentum. They didn't need the extra motivation, but they got it. And
well, if things remain the same, this place will be packed next Friday night.
Absolutely.
John Curtis has other ideas. Jesuit's going to have to recover an onside kick.
Correct.
I mean, look, I got to give John Curtis an enormous amount of credit.
Oh, no doubt.
They've turned the ball over 3 times here in the second half. Their defense would not budge. They lost their quarterback. They came back with a backup quarterback who's completed 10 of 14 passes for 114 yards. And remember, I mean, he couldn't handle a snap exchange, but he's played extremely well.
Also, whatever they did, they came up and we saw a few changes in the second half with a defensive performance in the second half that basically, shut down Jesuit offense.
Yeah, line movement, the stemming, the pressure. Jesuit's going to have to recover this.
All right, so Tevapaias are teed up at the 40. Which way is he going? He is going to approach it, stop, and now aim it to the right where Jesuit doesn't have as many players.
Now, we saw this against Holy
Jesuit
Cross
shifting.
last week. Those are two kickers out there.
Yep, and here it is. It's a bouncer, right side. Looked like it was touched too soon by Curtis.
It didn't go 10
Didn't
yards.
go 10 yards.
Didn't go 10 yards.
Or did Jesuit call timeout again?
I don't know.
I think they called timeout. They were granted timeout prior to the kick.
Before the kick, we saw the timeout signal. So back-to-back timeouts with 40 seconds left.
Again, and Curtis had done this all last week against Holy Cross, brought out the two kickers and tried to get the misdirection, kind of the fake kick, onside kick, squib thing. So I know Jesuit's prepared for it.
So one more time. Well, Newman 23-6 over Episcopal in the third quarter.
Oh, wow.
Against an undefeated team, that's an impressive show for Newman tonight. Very impressive. Warren Easton 55-0 over Opelousas in the third quarter.
I think Warren Easton's hitting their groove right now.
Oh, man, they're good. One more time, we'll be teed up. How good is the St. Charles Catholic defense? They got a 27-0 lead in the fourth quarter over a really good offense at Dunham. One more time. Keep bringing up Wade's past here. Here's the kick, bouncing kick, and it's still loose. And I think Jesuit got it. It got past the first blue shirt, but not the second. And the Blue Jays come up with it. It's Jace Larson.
Jace Larson comes up with that huge kick.
No, it's huge. That recovery is definitely huge for the Blue Jays.
With 37 seconds left, Jesuit should be in victory formation here.
Should be. Sweetest play in the game.
Do not line up in shotgun. I'm just saying, right?
Well, you can line up in shotgun and take a knee. I mean,
well, you
I've
can.
seen it all the time.
And that is the Blue Jays.
That's what they do. Victory formation.
Yeah.
Rivier in shotgun, takes a good snap, takes a knee, gladly takes the loss. Clock at 33. Curtis did have a timeout left.
I believe that's their last timeout.
Should be their final timeout with 33 seconds left. Loss of 4 on the play. Trying to tally up these numbers here. .28 carries for 107 yards for LaRiviere. 2 touchdowns.
Well, he's a workhorse tonight. We knew that coming in. He would have to have a big night. He did have a big night, but I think you got to credit a lot to that Jesuit offensive line.
Absolutely.
Who, I think in the first half would be the MVP because those guys absolutely dominated up front.
And that's it. Again, I think we talked about this earlier. That was one of the things that Coach Finale stressed to me all week, too, was we got to win in the trenches. We got to win in the trenches, his exact words. And I would definitely say that the Blue Jays offensive line and their defensive line did just that today.
Jesuit poised, as VK pointed out earlier, to become only the second team to beat John Curtis twice in one season. Just need to execute this. They do. He takes a knee, and that should do it as LaRiviere kneels it down. Clock will run. Curtis cannot stop it, and the Jesuit Blue Jays are going to advance to the semifinals in Division I with a huge victory here over the John Curtis Patriots, 14-13. What a win for Jesuit. You talk about hard-earned?
Hard-earned.
That's hard-earned, buddy.
Very well-deserved. Great football game as we knew it was going to be tonight with 2 outstanding programs and an outstanding setting. And only one team can move on, and that's going to be the Blue Jays.
And again, they didn't make it easy, did they?
No,
they didn't make it easy.
That's a typical Catholic League game in the playoffs where you're having to face a team that, for a second time in a season.
It was going to be. We knew it was going to be hard fought. We knew it was going to be a smash mouth football game. It definitely delivered that. You saw a lot of big hits on both sides. I mean, those linebackers for Curtis again flew around, and again the Jesuit defense did what they needed to do. Held John Curtis to 13 points and did a phenomenal job there. Definitely prepared for this game.
St. Charles Catholic, by the way, completed their shutout. They shut out Dunham 27-0. Boy, that's a good team. Really good team.
They haven't missed a beat. Wayne Stein doing a great job.
Right in, man. Stepped right in. Ponchatoula 50-7 over John Ehret in the third quarter. That's another really good team. Bell Chase has rallied. They take a 28-22 lead in the fourth quarter at Huntington. Very impressive. Warren Easton won 67-6. That's final. So what a game here tonight. 14-13 Jesuit wins it over John Curtis Christian. We're going to go back to the studio in a couple of minutes here for the original. Les East and Matt Sims will be standing by. So Darryl, you can get all those reporters lined up. We start going around the state to check all that out. Guys, this was really a tale of two halves. Jesuit totally dominated the first half of this game. Really could have been up a lot more, or at least one more score, but weren't. You knew that was going to be a problem because John Curtis is too good.
Right.
And John Curtis, despite 3 turnovers and despite losing their multi-purpose threat quarterback, still comes back, gets the equalizer, but can't finish it with an extra point. And Jesuit emerges victorious. Kudos to both sides, to Curtis for overcoming the loss of its quarterback and fighting back, to Jesuit for finding a way to win. I mean, that's what good teams do. All 3 phases of the game. There was a game here earlier this year where a short field goal in overtime would have given Jesuit a gigantic win. Turned out to be a forfeit win, but didn't happen. Today, the kicking game went the way of Jesuit.
Absolutely, and you look at that, you talk about football being a game of inches. Think about all those penalties and those things and the inches all over this place that were either lost or made up. And again, I think both teams didn't do each other any favors at certain times, put their defenses in real binds. But again, it was a hard-fought game, and hats off to both teams. Just well prepared on both sides, and great game. Exactly what we expected.
Again, great Catholic League football.
Yep.
It's always, with the way things are today, you're having to see each other again, either in the quarters, semis, or in the finals. So it's just the way it works, and both these teams rise to the occasion here tonight.
Well, it's obvious. We know what's happening next week. Brother Martin's coming here to play Jesuit as a home team. Jesuit a home team next Friday night at Tad Gormley Stadium. I'm sure that's what we're going to see, guys.
Yeah.
Been there, done that, right?
I don't think they're moving it to Pan America.
Doubtful. And this place is going to be packed.
Yes, it will be.
This place is going to be packed.
Well, it will be. I mean, look, Andrew Best, you got to make a comment there, right?
2 recovered, two recovered fumbles. I mean, Johnny on the spot, making plays. Made a ton of plays on the dive, and again, he's been doing it. He's really turned it on this season. He's done a tremendous job up front.
Not just with the fumbles, but also playing great technique versus the inside veer, being where he's supposed to be, when he's supposed to be, how he's supposed to be. He had a huge night.
And we'll check on it if he got the extra point too. I mean, what a night that would be to cap it off, right? Exactly. I mean, there were 3 guys that had penetration on that play. Right. So that's pretty interesting. The last couple of years, John Curtis has always been known for its incredible kicking game. And they've had some issues in the last couple of years, which is really not something you expect to see from that program.
Well, it started this year, too, with the Carr game, and where they had, I want to say 21 points. Where they lose that game, 33-19?
Correct, with punch returns and kickoff returns.
Yeah, 21 points. And then, and then after that, I know they made some adjustments. I believe they made some coaching changes. And, and you could see some of the adjustments here. Their punt unit is significantly different than the way it's been in the past. And they've done a lot of things formation-wise. But again, you see where special teams came up, and it came on the side of the Jays today.
Well, it's final now. Brother Martin wrapped up Bird 45-14. No contest.
No contest.
So, right. I mean, they're doing that to everybody they play. So what a challenge awaiting the Blue Jays next week against a team that, in my mind, is playing the best of any team in this division. Regardless of what happens with Catholic tonight with St. Aug, and they were losing at last check, but we'll check that again. I just don't think anybody's playing better than Brother Martin right now.
No, they're playing top-notch football, but we'll see. They got the Jays next week, so.
Yeah, it was a great game first time around, and fully expect that that's going to be the case again next time around. Final thoughts, guys, before we throw it back to the studio. Wayne?
What a great night. What a great football game. Two well-coached football teams, and it's just sad that one team cannot move on next week, and it's going to set up a great semifinal game for Division I right here at Tad Gormley Stadium.
Absolutely. I mean, what a great night for football. What a great night for Catholic League football. Two teams just getting after it. Two very well-coached teams that play with a lot of heart, play with a lot of pride, play with a lot of passion. And you saw it all on the field today. You can honestly say, it's not just Coach speak. These guys let it all out tonight and left it on the field.
Well, the other two games in this division are dandies tonight. Catholic has tied St. Aug 28-28 late third, and St. Paul's at Scotlandville tied 17-17 in the fourth quarter.
Oh, wow. Wow.
To go along with this game here tonight,
good football.
3 great games in this division outside of Brother Martin Bird, right?
Absolutely.
Right. Crazy. Well, guys, it's been a distinct pleasure doing this tonight. Simulcast on 106.1 FM Nash Icon and CrescentCitySports.com. And hopefully we can do this again next week. It'll be a lot of fun, and obviously that'd be a great situation here, to say the least. So, Terry, look, it's been a distinct pleasure. Thank you so much here.
Thank you, Kenny. Thank you for having me.
Wade?
Enjoyed it, as always.
Always good to be with Wade Kaiser. Great coach, great man, and a really good analyst, too. I want to give thanks to VK Jones as well. Down on the field. He's getting some interviews for us for our story, which will, of course, be aired a little bit later on as well at CrescentCitySports.com to go along with the game story. Want to thank Zach Fisher for producing tonight. Great job. Thank our cameraman, Ned from Rummel, as well, for helping us out tonight. We appreciate that. And thank all of our sponsors for making it happen. By the way, I want to mention that before we get away. We've got to mention our sponsors didn't do it. We got so carried away here with everything, trying to do the show and the game at the same time. Crescent City Sports Prep Football, brought to you by the Lamarck Automotive Complex in Kenner. Lamarck Quick Lane Services, all makes and models, batteries, tires, oil changes, and more. All done quickly while you enjoy some popcorn. Must be a reason. And Crescent City Sports Prep Football is brought to you by Academy Sports and Outdoors, who has all the gear you need to enjoy more sports and outdoors, all at prices you'll love. And with curbside pickup available now, it's never been easier to shop the top brands in-store and online at academy.com. And Crescent City Sports Prep Football is brought to you by Gibbs Construction, a leader in the construction industry in Louisiana and the Gulf Coast for more than 35 years, transforming dreams, visions, and plans into reality. Gibbs Construction. And Crescent City Sports Prep Football is also brought to you by our good and great friends at the Lamarck Automotive Complex in Kenner. We appreciate the Collision Center, which repairs all makes and models. They make the repair process easy with their state-of-the-art equipment and certified technicians. It's going to be done right. And don't forget to check out the all-new Crescent City Sports Makers podcast presented by South Flint Plumbing Supply. This week's guest, All-State Sugar Bowl CEO Jeff Hundley, who even has a bit of breaking news about the Sugar Bowl and high school football. They're sponsoring championships again. Get it at CrescentCitySports.com, or better yet, subscribe to the Crescent City Sports Makers podcast through your favorite podcast provider. Crescent City Sports will